All right, happy Friday night. It's a little wet out here, but we are getting started. We might be a little bit late, but you know, Coach, back in the day, we didn't get started till about 7:30. That's Coach Cook.
Right.
I'm Bill Maharis. We're Press Box Overtime, and we are coming to you live from Cocoa Beach Junior Senior High School. As for the first time in, I believe, 5 years, I'm going to check my notes because I did my homework today, we've got ourselves a beach bowl, Doug, and I think you know a little bit about Satellite and Cocoa Beach and a beach bowl.
Oh, I certainly do. You know, as an administrator at Satellite, we enjoyed this game. But first, I'd like to say, Bill, I appreciate you and Linda coming by the old folks' home and getting me out. We've been playing checkers all day. I need to get some fresh air, but I appreciate y'all coming by.
That's all right. You know, I'll give you a couple bonbons if you're good tonight.
But I'll tell you what, this is an exciting game. This is for the surfboard.
Yes,
and,
yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and let me just ask you, and you know, you have a unique, but before we get started, we spoke to him a little bit during the rain delay. We have Superintendent Dr. Mark Rendell. He did the coin toss tonight. He actually, before he got into his current position, he was a principal here at Cocoa Beach Junior Senior High School. You crossed paths with Dr. Rendell, both as a administrator, as a coach, and glad to see him out here as we get ready to kick off the Beach Bowl. You were part of Satellite, Cocoa Beach, as you worked at Satellite for over 2 decades. You went to school at Rockledge, you coached at Cocoa, so you were part of that rivalry. What makes that type of game different than any other game that might be on your schedule?
Well, you know, the kids know each other.
Right.
These kids surf together, they know each other, probably played baseball together, whatever, Little League or whatever.
Right.
But that's what makes it intense. The Cocoa Rockledge rivalry.
Right.
All the kids knew each other. They go to the park together, they play ball together on the streets. They knew each other. And I want to tell you, these kids want to win on both sides. Cocoa Beach wants to win just as bad as Satellite.
Right.
So it's going to be a great contest.
I think so. As you can see on the other side of the field, that's the away team. That is Cocoa Satellite wearing the white. Listen, you might have to hit me on the back of the head. They both got a little red on. We got Coach Ted Kimmy that used to coach at Satellite. So if my Medicare sense starts to take over, just pop me in the back. Just make sure it's not on camera.
Of course, you got Coach Burt, who used to coach at Palm Bay. Great coach there.
Exactly.
A couple of state championships.
Exactly.
So you've got 2 great coaches on the sideline tonight.
And that's a Satellite High School on the far side. I'll be honest with you, with a rainy night like tonight, you know, I think we were talking on the way over. It had kind of that hurricane weather feel with the gray sky, but that is Satellite High School wearing the away white and wearing the home color dark blue is the Cocoa Beach Junior Senior High School getting ready to kick off. I did not get the broadcast started in time, but we had a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Autumn Hayes, who is a student here for Satellite tonight. The captains were number 78, Jay Wallace, number 2, Alex Batalis, number 2 is Drayden Mitchell, number 1 is Alex Batalis, and 0 is Logan Waite. And for the hometown Cocoa Beach Minutemen, captains were number 75, Raines Jackson, number 30, Dorian Nicholson, number 44, Mikey Butler, and number 50, Satchel Gash. They were the same captains as last week when we were up here. So we did Satellite a couple weeks ago. We did Cocoa Beach last week. Doug, I guess it's apropos. We just do them both tonight and get it over with.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good tackle there by number 34, Kerr from Satellite.
All right, we got Cocoa Beach starting, moving right to left on your screen, south to north. Cocoa Beach Minutemen, they have the ball first. We got first down and 10. Minutemen on the move. Little handoff up the middle. Satellite, they kind of bottled that up a little bit, Coach.
Good tackle there by number 22 from Satellite. Donald Klein, actually.
Looks like they picked up, we'll call it 1, 2nd and 9. Cocoa Beach sitting at their own, let me look at this here real quick, about their own 26. Again, we just started, 11:28 left in the first quarter. Second down of the ball game. Cocoa Beach on offense. Another hand up the middle. Got a little bit of a crack. Going back and forth, north and south. First down if I don't see any flags on the field. Cocoa Beach, second play of the game. Pickup of 13.
Yeah, it was a good tackle there by number 21.
You know, we talked about that last week. We've seen both of these teams play. They both know how to open field tackle, and that proved it right there. He was gone.
Yeah, that was a nice little move up the middle there. It's like a trap play.
Second and
Cocoa
10.
Beach is moving pretty fast tonight.
Yeah, you know, I like that. I wish our Gators had done that on Saturday instead of, you know, waiting to have their play airmailed or emailed, whatever they did. But getting down to the 11-minute mark, first down, Minutemen on the move, ball at their own 47. Oh, nice tackle.
By number 9.
That was a tackle by number 9. That is Preston Sherrill, defensive lineman. Again, that's what we talked about. Both teams are really good at open field tackles. That was a good example. Another pickup of 1, second and 9. Ball,
Bill,
50-yard
got
line.
3 shutouts, so they got a pretty stout defense.
They know how. And then what? The last game, I think they just gave up 7. So they've given up. They haven't even averaged 2 points a game against them.
7 points
in 4 games. Wow. That's I don't care who you play. You shut out 3 teams. Again, keeping the ball on the ground, up the middle, back and forth.
Well, you know, the thing about a wet field, you've got to have some dry towels laying around. Coach Burke and Coach Kimmy, I'm sure they understand that.
Right, exactly. That was number 3, Arturo Stanley. He's this 10th grader. And that again moved the chain. So in 4 plays, hometown Cocoa Beach Minutemen have gotten 2 first downs. They are in satellite territory. First and 10 at the satellite 42. Hand off again right up the middle. Got a little bit of running room. On the carry is number 6, Tristan Sejak.
Tackle there by Donald Klein from Satellite.
I don't think it's going to take long, Coach, for these uniforms to get dirty. I mean, they're a running game, they're tackling, the ground's wet.
Yeah, it makes for a miserable night, but, you know, you got to play it.
All right, second down and 5. The ball sits at the 42 make that 37 a Satellite. Oh, going in the air for the first time tonight. Ball incomplete. Number 7 over there was wide open. That's Cajas Robinson. He's a senior. But like Coach Cook said, that was tipped. That would have been a nice little play if it went to the receiver. Yeah, he was.
So, that would have gained a few yards, probably another first down.
All right, first time tonight, Satellites had a third down. It is 3rd, and we'll call it 5. The ball sits at the 37 of Cocoa Beach of Satellite. Oh, little move, got back in time. Play still coming. Getting in the signal, backing it up into the shotgun. Getting the play across to all it. Back to pass, second time tonight. Over the middle. That's tough. Pass was intended for number 1, Gunnar Dock. I remember calling his name. That young man has to play sports in college with a name like Gunnar Dock.
Absolutely.
I forgot who I was reading about. I forgot which team it was. It was one of the Florida teams, and they've got a young man named Stormy Duck, I think is his name. But Gunnar Dock's right up there. All right, 4th down. They're going to go for it. Cocoa Beach doesn't want to punt. Back to pass. A little bit overthrown. Pass was intent to, again, number 1, Gunnar Dock. And ball turns over on downs.
Well, that's kind of a risky play there. I probably would have punted, but it's given Satellite real good field position here.
It has. Yeah, I mean, they're going to get it probably better than a kickoff.
And we got a wet ball tonight, Bill.
Yeah.
You're going to have to keep it on the ground.
I'm not sure if the center has a towel that he dries that off with or not, but first time tonight, the visiting Scorpions of Satellite in the white jerseys going north to south, left to right, 1st and 10 from their 37. Man, right up the middle. That looked like number 9 with the ball following a trio of offensive linemen. And that is Chris Fudge, if I got his number right. I believe number 9.
This is the first team. Satellite's first team we've seen the
Might have been number
quarterback
8.
under center.
Number 8, Will
Like
Copeland.
running wing T.
Right. All right, nice pickup of about, we'll call it a long 6, second and a short 4. Ball sits at the Satellite 44, second down, first time on offense. Little swing pass out there to 0. Boy, he is turning the corner, finding some running room. He picks up about 18 yards on his own, and that's a first down tonight for the visiting Scorpions. On the carry was
Nice little
0.
toss sweep around the left side there.
Man, running back Logan Waite on the carry. Nice little block. You know, we talked about that last week. I love to see those plays where the gentleman that's going to get the ball is already in motion. He's already got some speed going.
got that
He
momentum.
turned the corner. He had a first down before I could call it.
Yeah, it was good blocking over there too by Satellite.
All right, first and 10. Another play up the middle. Looks like both teams content for the time being to keep it on the ground.
Like number 40
That
from
is-
Satellite made the tackle.
Number 8 again on the carry, Will Copeland, tight end and defensive end. We'll probably see quite a few young men tonight play both ways. Pickup of a short 1, maybe a 2. I see the chain gang moving a little bit, so we'll call it second and 8. Ball sits just inside the Cocoa Beach 40. Again, Coach, both teams moving it well on the ground.
They sure are.
Second down, going to keep it on the ground right up the middle. Back to 0. Picks up, I thought them going after a fumble. Again, that was Logan Waite. I like that. You know, he reminded me of Nottingham. And he had both hands on that ball because he knows it's wet. If he carries it to his side, it's coming out.
Well, it's wet too. Plus, you know, defensive coaches teach the kids to strip the ball. So you better hang on to it tonight because it's wet.
All right, big third down. Cocoa Beach driving, Satellite driving. It's 3rd and 2. Trying to read those markers. 50, 40, right about the 34-yard line. Hand off to number 8. Nice open field tackle. I see a flag. It looks like I saw him motion holding. I think that's going to be against. Oh, was it face mask? Okay, I was going to say what else could happen over there.
He was tackled by number 8. It looks like.
Yeah, but I think they're going to march off. Yeah, march off the face mask.
Kills you there in the red zone.
That's a tough. You know, we talked a little bit about penalties last week. That, you know, even talked about the 5-yard penalties and how much those come into play, especially on plays like this. But boy, that moves the visiting Scorps down to, let's see, 10, about the 18-yard line. 1st and 10, driving north to south.
Defense got their back against the wall here.
Yeah, they do.
It's going to be a tough.
Quarterback for the Scorps is number 5, Brody Brennan. Nice play by the defense of Cocoa Beach. Loss of about 4. That's probably the first play that we've seen tonight for a loss. So again, looks like maybe starting to get their footing, starting to understand what the play is going to be. But nice play by the hometown Minutemen.
That's a good defense on their side.
All right, makes it now 2nd and 13. 6:30 left in the first quarter. No score. Cocoa Beach trying to drive. Satellite driving. And that is, again, 0. Logan Waite on the carry. Looked like number 40.
Graham on the tackle for Cocoa Beach.
Brody Brennan on the carry. Tackled by number 40. Graham Kevin.
Satellite likes that toss sweep.
Yeah.
They've ran it several times so far. If they can hook that, if they hook that defensive end and get a block on the cornerback, it's a play.
That might be. All right. 5:50 left in the first quarter. 3rd and a short 8. Satellite driving left to right, north to south. Hand off to number 1, going around the corner. Cocoa Beach trying to get over there. Nice touchdown tackling save. That was Alex Vitalis on the carry. Number 1. Coach, that was a nice closing speed because Alex was getting ready to spike that ball in the end zone. All right, brings up 1st and goal to go. Minutemen driving all on the ground. Up the
Fumble.
middle.
Got a
Let's
fumble,
see.
it looks
Got a late flag going in there. Who knows what that is? Let's see what the call is going to be. Looks like he's about the 1 yard line, but let's see what the white hat calls it. Again, 5 minutes. Maybe he picked it up. Wait, I thought there was a flag. No? Yes? What do we got?
Timeout.
Oh, timeout. Okay.
Timeout called by satellite.
I thought it was a fumble on that play.
Maybe that was just a marker he was throwing, not a flag. All right, timeout on the field. 5:10 left to go in the first quarter. Both teams have had it one time. Cocoa Beach did get a couple first downs, ended up turning it over on downs. Satellite, first time with the ball, started about their own 37. Kept it on the ground, coach. They're a yard away from scoring.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough defense is in a tough position right now.
I tell you what I like, and I know it's not what they're doing, but it looks like it. The way Satellite runs that ball up the middle and gets those off, I'm thinking Eagles in the Super Bowl, the tush push. They're making like a gauntlet there, almost a wedge, and Satellite's doing a pretty good job moving that ball.
Satellite's doing a good job running the wing tee there. It's you don't see that too much.
No.
So most of the teams are running shotgun. You
Right.
don't see that. So.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
All right, second goal to go. Again, let's see. We got movement maybe, or what do we got? Oh, offsides defense. Man. You know, that would have been one of those plays if it was against Satellite. What we talked about, those little 5-yard penalties at the wrong time, but this one does go against the hometown Cocoa Beach Minutemen. I'm not sure how far it moved it, maybe a half a foot, but it is still second down, goal to go. Again, Satellite first time with the ball. Satellite did pick up a nice couple first downs, ran the ball well, turned it over on downs. 5:08 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, it looks like they're like on the 1 foot line.
I'm going to say, I wouldn't be surprised if we see quarterback Brody grinning, just running the ball again up the middle, thinking they can at least get sitting up. Oh, nice little handoff there to number 11. That was Anthony Romero. And at the 5:03 mark from the half-yard line, visiting Scorpions of Satellite High School score first.
Yeah, Satellite moved it right down the field on them.
Yeah, I don't think there was one pass play, was there?
No,
I don't think so.
Play, but there was a face mask penalty, a 15-yard penalty that cost the Minutemen.
Yeah, that. All right, point after. Kicker is Preston Kennedy, number 30. See if we can get this up to 7. Looks like it's down the pipe, and it is. And again at the 5:03 mark, Satellite leads 7-0. So really, both teams moved the ball well. Cocoa Beach had a couple passes that were a little bit off kilter, but they ran the ball well. Turned it over to on downs, and again with that 15-yard penalty, the visiting Scorpions took it 63 yards.
Well, we were here last week, and Cocoa Beach quarterback, he threw for like 150 yards.
Yeah, he had a great game. Yes,
it was a dry field, so this is going to be a challenge for him. If it dries out, if he starts connecting on some passes,
right?
You know, Satellite's going to have a ball game.
Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, again, you got to give credit to Satellite scoring on the. You know, that was our old ball coach Steve Spurrier. That, you know. He always wanted the ball on the coin toss because he knew they could score. So hats off to the Scorpions for scoring the first time they had the ball. Absolutely.
Well, they're 4-0 for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit at halftime. The 2 undefeated teams left in Brevard County.
Looks like we had a penalty.
Yeah, let's see. Something on the point after maybe. What was it? Yeah, I missed that.
Unnecessary roughness.
On a point after, unnecessary roughness. I'm not sure what. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of roughness you could do on a point after, but like after the play, maybe did a little something not too kind. Well, that ball is. All right, so let me ask you this, Coach Cook. You're kicking the ball off from their 40. You gonna try an onside or a little pooch kick? The
Yeah, I
ball's
would've.
wet, or you
Yeah,
just
I
gonna
would've.
kick it out of bounds?
I probably kicked it to the 10-yard line.
What do you got to lose?
Push
If you,
them back.
yeah, if you kick it 10, listen, Coach Burke knows what he's doing. I'm not. I coached lacrosse. That was it. But I'm thinking that might have been a nice opportunity to get that wet ball, just pooch it up there. But
Yeah, that's probably what I would have done. But let me tell you, Bill, it's a lot easier to coach from up here than it is down there.
yeah,
I like it up here.
That's because we coach after the fact. When the
Exactly.
play is over is when we coach. We don't coach at the beginning. All right, it's 1st and 10, ball at their own 20. Second time tonight, hometown Cocoa Beach Minutemen have the ball with 5:03 left in the first quarter, down by 7. Here come the Minutemen. Nice little sweep. I like that, coming around the end. Still in bounds. Let's see what we got here. That was number 3 on the carry for Cocoa Beach. That is Arturo Stanley.
Stanley on the carry. Run out of bounds.
And just like that, got a first down. Again, Coach, you talked about that nice little sweep. Kid's already in motion. He's already picked up 4 or 5 yards before the defense catches it.
It's a nice run. Nice run by the Minutemen there.
All right, that's about the 3rd first down of the evening for Cocoa Beach. First down and 10 at their own. Looks like 33. Little handoff up the middle. Bounces outside. Wrapped up there by number 6 for Satellite.
Reed Natwick, the linebacker, good job of tackling there.
That was Tristan Sejak, number 6 on the carry. He's a junior here at Cocoa Beach. Picked up about 2. 2nd and 8. Ball sitting at the 36. Cocoa Beach moving right to left on your screen, south to north. 4:19 left in the first quarter. Another nice little play, keeping it on the ground. That is Sejak again.
Nice tackle by us.
Looks like they like number 6, Tristan Sejak. He's had a couple carries. And listen, he's averaging 5-yard a carry. What do? They're going to keep feeding him, I think.
Give him the ball.
All right, 3rd down. Short 2. Oh, nice little play to the outside. He's got a couple blockers. Can he turn the corner? Nice defense by Satellite. Pass complete to number 1, Gunnar Dock, but nice closing speed on that defense. You know, Coach, that was one thing you talk about. That end stayed in his spot, didn't move, and there was nowhere to go.
Good defensive technique there. You can tell he's been well coached.
All right, 4th down and 3. It looks like this time, ball sitting at their own 30, 37, 38. Coach Kimmy's going to punt. Back to kick is number 99, Frank Vinzara. If I remember correctly, they had a couple pretty good punts last week. I don't think there's too much wind out there. I'm looking at the flag. Might be a little left to right, but it's a little breezy, nothing big.
Maybe a
Nice
win.
little click. Received at the 22, going right up the middle. Oh, nice tackle. Man. What was that? That was number 20 on the tackle. You find him here. Austin Prosecco. Tell you, Coach, he did just like you said. That young man ran north-south, never thought about going east-west, and picked up about 30 yards.
Yeah, picked up some good yardage there.
He's tackled at the Scorpion 42-yard.
Second time tonight, 2:51 left in the first quarter. Satellite on defense. Again, second time they're starting in pretty good position. They're at their own 42. I think last time they started about the same spot, so they've only got to go half the field. Oh, nice tackle there. Hand off to Logan Waite. Nice tackle. Nice play by the defensive line of Cocoa Beach. He might have got maybe a half a yard. Looks like
Hooker was on that play.
Man.
Really quick.
You know, that's one thing that we've seen both teams play. They both swarm that ball on defense. I mean, they know how to open field tackle. They know how to gang tackle. I think we're in for a real treat tonight, Coach.
Yeah, it's a good matchup. Satellite's offensive line against Cocoa Beach
Got a little shift, heavy on the left. Let's see what the call is. Uh-oh, a little fumble on the pick. Let's see. Is it going to turn over? What's the call? And yes, first turnover of the night goes to the hometown Minutemen of Cocoa Beach. And at the 2:01 mark, there's a fumble picked up by the men in blue. First down, Cocoa Beach, moving north.
That's what happens, Bill, when we got a wet night like this. You got to make sure that ball is dry.
Yeah, I don't even know if he even got the handoff on that one.
Yeah.
All right, first turnover of the night goes to the hometown Minutemen. 1st and 10. Now they're again in satellite territory. Ball sits at the 43, waiting for the play call. Trying to hurry up. We don't have a play clock on the field, so we're not sure. I'm thinking there should be a little sense of urgency. Missing somebody. We're going to have to call a timeout. You don't want to take that 5-yard penalty. I'd get out there a little quicker than that, young fella. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Cocoa Beach at the satellite 42. A little bit of a low snap. Looks like it's a pass play. Wow, what a play. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's got to be, yikes. That was number 10 on the tackle, Avery Thompson, but I don't know. It's one thing to push the player, but I know at least in college and the pros, you can't show the player up. And when I see that play, I don't look at it so much as, he hurt him with the push. I look at it more like he showed him up. I thought that was a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, I was expecting a flag to come out.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to let him play tonight.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, pass complete to number 7. And that is Robinson. He's a senior. Pickup of a little bit. Of course, that was a loss of about 5, 10, 15 on that sack. But again, we got a great officiating. 75?
Yeah.
We got a great officiating organization. Been with the Cape Coast Conference in the 60s. We're one of the few counties that has an officials organization, MCOA, Mid-Coast officials that do every single sport that we have. Again, Coach, like you said, we're calling the game after the play. I think that could have been, if he would have thrown the flag, I don't even think Satellite would have had an issue with it.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Coach Kimmy's not happy.
Yeah, like I say, I think the part of that I didn't like was the showmanship, but you know what? You play with the cards you're dealt. 3rd down and about 20. Back to pass. Oh, almost. That was a tough spot. You had him covered by four players. Yeah, you had number 3 in the middle with nobody, but he had a rush in his face. He had to get rid of that ball.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of time.
2nd time tonight, punting team comes on for Cocoa Beach. That is number 99, Vinzara. He is a junior. Nice little punt, nice little spot. He's not that far behind the line. Nice little pickup. Got about 10. All right, so let me think here. I don't know. Illegal block, maybe. Block below the knees. Let's see what they're calling here.
Yeah, the punter's not very far behind the line at all. It was just like less than 10 yards.
Yeah, I think he's kind of close too. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't even think he's 5 yards back, to be honest with you. Got about 51 seconds left in the first quarter. As you can see on the screen, the Satellite does lead 7-0. They scored the first time they got the ball, got it at their own 37, went 63 yards. 1 yard play by Romero running it in. 1st and 10, sitting at their own 15. Again, going back up the middle with Logan Waite. Short little pickup, maybe about 3, 2nd and 7 for the Scorpions.
Logan Waite seems to be their go-to guy.
Yeah, I think Logan Waite on one side and Got a couple on the other side there. We've got Stanley, we've got Doc, we've got C-Jack. So and we talked about that last week. I think Cocoa Beach, we saw 7 or 8 guys touch. So yeah, Coach Kimmy's pretty deep when it comes to running backs.
Yeah, he's got some good ones.
All right, we got second and about 6. Oh, back to pass for the first time, I think. Oh, nowhere to go. Oh, wide open, number 7 over here on the side. Pass complete to Tim Garvey. All right. Nice pass by quarterback Brody Brennan. Reception by Tim Garvey. You know, Coach, I'm going to look at my notes here. If I wrote it down right, if I looked at max preps, let me go back here, and I don't think, let me see.
They got a late hit on that tackle there. You know, Minuteman came in late. Very obvious. That's going to cost the Minuteman right here.
If I looked it up correctly, these two teams have not played each other since September 25th, 2020. It was a lopsided victory for Satellite. But you know what, Coach? For two teams that haven't played in 5 years, that rivalry didn't diminish any.
No, not at all. It's always a big
unfortunately,
game.
because of the penalties, but yeah, it might have been 5 years in between games, at least on the gridiron for these two. But this is a rivalry. Moves the ball inside Cocoa Beach territory. 1st and 10 for Satellite. 3rd time on offense. 1st and 10. Scored the first time. Turnover the second time. Let's see what we got.
End of the quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. That's what we got. So at the end of the first quarter, thanks to a 1-yard running play by Romero for Satellite, first time they had the ball, they drove it 63 yards, as Coach Cook said, in part to a 15-yard penalty. But at the end of the first quarter, Satellite leads the Beach Bowl 7-0.
Oh, the Beach is going to, Cocoa Beach is going to have to get their passing game going somehow.
Yeah.
They've had some good runs.
Right.
They're going to have to get that passing game going.
Right. You know, we talked before, we've watched Remy Bean play. We watched him play last year. I think we saw his mom when we were leaving last year, and she had some nice comments. I think she said his grandmother was watching from Miami, which is pretty cool. That and if you're watching tonight, Grandma, happy Friday as you watch your grandson. But I think I mentioned to her, he reminds me of Doug Flutie. He's very athletic, very quick, got a good arm, and I think we'll see that arm a little bit more tonight.
I sure hope so.
All right, rolls a reverse. Satellite is now going right to left, south to north. 1st and 10. Nowhere to go. That defensive line. There's too many numbers to call. I didn't bring my calculator.
I think I saw 71 in there. Yeah.
Xavier. Go,
Okay.
All right, a little bit of a loss. Loss, we'll call it one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and listen, it's
I do have my binoculars.
It's about, what time we got? 8:20. This is about, what, hot milk and cookies for you, isn't it? 8:25?
About bedtime.
All right, 2nd down. Little sweep to the back. Little pitch out, coming around the side. Picks up maybe about 7. Let me look here. I think that was number 2. Let me look. Get out of the way.
Wait on the run.
0. Logan Wade on the run. I tell you what, Mr. Waite's racking up some yards tonight. Nice little pickup of about 7. 3rd down, 5 yards. Ball at the Cocoa Beach 44.
You know, after that first touchdown by Satellite, you know, Cocoa Beach has really tightened up their defense here.
Yeah. Caused a turnover, caused a punt. Mm-hmm. So, again, getting settled in. Big play right here. See if they can, trying to get offense to move. Nice little pitch out back to Waite. Turns the corner. Boy, that's going to be better eyes than I got. He was, okay. All right. Got a nice little mark there. Logan Waite picks up the 1st down. He's carrying the load tonight. 1st down for the Scorpions. Ball at Cocoa Beach 38. 10:40 left.
Good tough run there by the Scorpions.
Boy, that was. What do they call it? Yak, yards after carry or yards after touch. Yeah, I think that was all Logan on that play. All right, 1st and 10. Satellite on the move. Back to Mr. Waite. Nowhere to go. He's met by number 8, senior Brodigan. Again, a nice, not open field, but one-on-one tackle. I think we called that man's name last week several times. Sean Brodigan. He's a senior. Number 8 on the tackle. Pick
Nice
up
tackle
maybe
there by
one.
number 8.
You know, I like that. He was like chest to chest up on the top, you know, and just
Just a clean.
I think that's
clean
a
tackle.
souffle in the WWE,
Yeah.
but a nice tackle. All right, we're going to throw the ball this play. 2nd and 9, ball at the Cocoa Beach 37. Let's see what we got. Back to pass indeed. Looking around, pointing downfield. 12's on the run. A little bit overthrown. Pass incomplete.
Got a couple of steps on it, but you're rolling
Yeah.
left there for a right-hander.
Yeah,
That's kind of a tough throw over your body.
If I'm pronouncing it right, if I wrote it down correctly a couple of weeks ago, it might have been his dad that pointed me in the right direction. Pass was intended for number 12, Noah Corval. Again, quarterback for the Scorpions, number 5, Brody Grinnan. 3rd down and 9. I don't want to say it's a big play, Coach. We still got 9:38 left in the 2nd quarter, but Cocoa Beach probably, you know, like to have a stop here, get the ball back, because Satellite's been moving the ball pretty well tonight.
They sure have. They're moving the ball very well.
All right, again, back to pass. Quarterback Grinnan up in the air again to number 12, a little bit over. Nice coverage, though. A little bit out the reach of wide receiver Corval.
Brings up 4th down for the Scorpions.
Nice coverage by the Minutemen there.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I don't think the quarterback had a choice but to try to lead him, because the DB was right there on top. Satellite, I believe, 2nd time tonight in punt formation. Kicker is Preston Kennedy.
Back to punt.
Cocoa Beach gentleman better getting his gloves on. He better hurry. Get him gloved and strapped. I'm surprised they don't have a lot more on the line. Maybe they're just thinking they might try to fake punt. Let's see. And nope, punt is in the air. Gonna let it bounce, let it go in the end zone. All right, no. Oh man, he should have. I think Satellite had a chance to maybe down that ball, and he could have got it at the 6-inch mark. I don't know if he just maybe thought it was already in the end zone, but that's a little bit of relief for hometown Cocoa Beach, because that ball could have been down at the 1.
Well, when you get in that position as a defensive player, you got to put your butt to the end zone
And look back,
and
right.
catch it.
Right,
You know,
right.
Like a shortstop. Catch
Right.
it. I thought he had the opportunity to do that. I'd have to do an instant replay.
Yeah, that's not in our budget, Coach. But you know, we can't afford the van that the guys in the back with the stats.
Yeah,
but
they can show us the instant replay.
all right, 9:19 left in the first half. Cocoa Beach fake the handoff. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. That's the young man we were talking about, Mr. Mean or Doug. Oh no, is that a? Let's see. I don't see any signal. What are they saying? Was he down? Did he fumble? See a little. I still haven't seen a.
I thought he was down when he fumbled.
No, they. Wait, what's he doing? Hold on. No, yep, you're right, Coach.
Yeah,
he was down. All right, Cocoa Beach maintains it. That was a nice little run by Remy Veen. 13-yard run.
Ground could not cause a fumble. He was already down.
I have to give hats off to the officials, because there's a little bit of, they weren't quite sure, and I give it to the white hat. He took the time, thought about it, and I think they made the right call. All right, first down, Cocoa Beach. Ball sits at their 32-yard line. 1st and 10, 9 minutes left in the first half. Just off the fingertips. And I believe you got 0 on yours. That is Caden Ford.
Ford, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have him on my Caden Ford. He was just added this week. Let me put him on here. I'm like you, Coach. I have a lot of respect for both quarterbacks. We've watched them both. I know that Remy's going to be hitting those receivers pretty soon, and we're going to see a passing game on both sides tonight.
Well, we got a good matchup tonight. I think talent on both sides are pretty equal so far, and this is probably the toughest game that Satellite's played this year, I would imagine.
All right, Cocoa Beach on the end around, pick up maybe of about 3. Stanley on the carry, handoff from quarterback number 2, junior Remy Bean. You know, and just so you know, Coach, I believe. Let me. You know, I didn't get to use Chat GPT today, so I had to look up all this stuff by myself. But let me look here. I think. Yeah, for Satellite, this is their only game against a. Nice pass complete to number 7. That is Robinson. We were talking about it, Coach. We knew it was a matter of time. But this is the only Brevard County opponent that Satellite will have this year. So it's a good matchup. I'm glad to see that if they're going to play one game this year, it's a rivalry game.
Yeah, it's a good matchup so far.
All right, 1st and 10. Cocoa Beach going north to south. Still at their own 45. Running play right up the middle. That is number 6, Seajack. I wouldn't mind seeing the stats with Seajack for Cocoa Beach and wait for Satellite have on the ground, because they've been the horses tonight carrying that ball.
The Minutemen are moving the ball really well right now.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little steam, getting a little confidence. You know, getting the pass game going. 2nd and 5, ball right at midfield. 7:25 left in the first half. All right, we got movement, offsides. What do we got?
Legal procedure, I think. I believe the offensive line.
Offsides, okay. Again, Coach, on one hand, it was only 5 yards. On the other hand, they got 2nd and a short 1 for first down. Oh, I guess they gave that to him. So, again, those 5-yard penalties, depending on when they come, and that one right there moved them into the Satellite territory. So it's 1st and 10 for the Minutemen. Back to pass complete, running across the middle. He sees the end zone. He is down. What a nice play. Pass complete, and that is 0, Caden Ford. We talked about it, Coach. It was a matter of time before quarterback Bean got that passing game going.
Sure did. That was good timing. Great pass by the quarterback.
And again, that was probably 15 yards after the catch, so nice little play there by Ford. I'm not sure if Ford played last week because he's not on my roster, he's on yours, so this might be his first game of the year. Does it say what grade he is? Cocoa Beach, number 0, because I don't have him on. Is that 9th grade? Or does it say?
Ford.
Doesn't say what grade. Okay, I'm not sure what grade. All right, handoff. No, it's a keeper by the quarterback, Bean.
Being on the carry.
Picks up a few. So they're, all right. They could still make a first down at about the 6-inch mark, but Coach, I don't think Coach Kimmy's looking for a first down. I think he's looking for a touchdown. 2nd and 8, short pickup of about 2. Again, 8 to the first down, 8.5 to the touchdown, 6:20 left. Right up the middle, Seajack. That's half the defense of Cocoa Beach met him. All right, Coach. Interesting play call here. 3rd and 7 for a first down, or call it a touchdown. You running it or you throwing it?
They're pretty stout in the middle there.
Yeah, they're both teams.
I think I'd run the option.
Run the option. All right, let's
To
see.
the wide side. Run those receivers into the end zone and run the
Oh,
option.
look at there. He passed. Oh, what a pass play. Pass complete from Bean to number 7, senior Robinson. And at 5:51 left in the second quarter, 6 points for the hometown Minutemen.
Maybe I'd run a past.
Hey, wait, no do-overs. I don't. If we had instant replay, I'd let you call it again, but again, we can't afford that. So. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're going to point after. It is up and good. And after an 8-yard pass play from Bean to Robinson at 5:51 left in the second quarter, Beach Bowl tied up 7-all.
We have a ball game.
No, this is proud sponsor of the Coach,
I got to tell you, Coach, like last week, clouds have, they might still be up there. I don't see any stars, but no rain. I mean, if you can see that across the way, there might be 200 people over there, which again, for a ride, it was raining most of the night. That's what tells you. And I'm looking over here, I'm thinking maybe 400. You know, we probably got 700 fans. You know, Cocoa Beach got a nice little gate. This is a rivalry game. Yeah, good student section, weather. I brought snacks. Did you bring snacks? You know, we got snacks. So, you know, no snack. Well, I have to see what I brought, Coach. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a ball game now.
Yeah,
There's a lot of pride in this rivalry here. A lot of pride on both teams.
And again, I got to give hats off to Coach Burke, head coach over at Satellite. They're only playing one game against an in-county team, and that happens to be Cocoa Beach, who they haven't played in 5 years. I'm glad he picked that game.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad they brought the rivalry back. I'm kind of sad that we haven't been playing.
Yeah, it's good to see that. All right, Satellite kicking off. Cocoa Beach kicking off, number 99, Vinzara. Wow. I think that ball went to your house up in Indian Harbor. That was a nice kickoff there.
Good kick. Might have had some wind behind that.
Yeah, there. Hey, listen. That was probably, what do you think? Maybe is that a wedge for you, Coach? Wedge, 9-iron?
Yeah, probably a 6.
That might have been a wood for me. Fairway wood, but I still at 5:51.
The longer the clubs have to be.
I know, right? Yeah. All right, we got us. Hey, listen, like you said, Coach, we got about 700 people here, I would say. Beach versus Beach, rivalry game. 1st and 10, Satellite. Oh, nice little way to turn the corner. Picks up a first down, runs for about 12. Just like that, Satellite's at their own 32. They both seem to be using that play a lot.
Yeah, that's schoolhouse right.
Okay.
Schoolhouse left. You know, you're pulling your guards there and you're blocking on the outside.
Oh, we got a flag.
Satellite opened up with that play. The toss sweep around the corner did a good job in the first quarter.
Are you pulling? So you're running. Are you pulling the left guard and tackle, or are you just keeping the?
You can pull both. It depends if they're covered or not. So we've done it both ways.
So if you're running right and the right tackle and the right guard are blocking, do you use the term pull, or do you only use the term pull when the other side blockers come over?
Either side.
Either side can be pull. Okay, gotcha. All right, so that takes away the first down. Oh, let's see, did he catch it? He sure did. After a balancing act back and forth, number 1 for Satellite, Alex Batalis. Nice catch.
That was a great catch there. He stayed with it.
I'm going to call ESPN real quick. That might be at least on the docket for a top 10, but he bobbled it. I think he caught it after he fell on the ground, to tell you the truth. Nice play by Alex. He's one of the captains tonight, wide receiver. First down for Satellite. Ball sits at their 39 with 5 minutes left in the first half. Oh, nice little misdirection. Ball went to, again, number 1, Vitalis.
Charlie Grissom.
Picked up of about 8. I'll call it a short 2nd and 2. Ball 6 at the Satellite 46. All tied up, 7-7, 4:31 left in the first half.
We got some competition tonight.
Yeah, I like
big
this.
game.
This is what a rivalry game should be. Back to pass. He's opening it up, and nice coverage. Did he get that in there? Oh my goodness! He dropped that thing in the bread basket as if it was yesterday's special. Holy mackerel! That's number 12, Noah Corval on the catch. Coach, I don't think the defensive player could have done anything more than he did.
He dropped it. The quarterback dropped it right in the basket.
He sure did.
Beautiful, beautiful throw and catch.
I think I could have, well, no, I really couldn't have, but if there was nobody on me. Wow, what a pass from Brody Grinnan to number 12, Corval. And again, great play on defense, but sometimes if that ball is right where it's supposed to be, there's nothing you can do. First down, back up the middle with the run game. Ball sits at the 13-yard line of Cocoa Beach.
That's a pickup about 6.
You know, we talked about it earlier, Coach. We've seen both teams play. Both Veen and Brennan both have arms. We know at some point in time the passing game is going to be part of the offense for both teams, and we've already seen that.
Yeah, they're starting to pass more now. We didn't get a lot of rain, actually, so this field's probably drains pretty good.
Yeah, you can tell by the way it's... All right, so 2nd and 5, ball at the 13. Satellite driving, got a little place up the middle. There goes Logan Wade. He's still up, and touchdown, number 0, running back, co-captain Logan Wade adds 6 to the Scorpion side. Wow. Again, a lot of that was all him, Coach. He was
nice run
bobbing and weaving.
Good blocking there in the middle as well.
13-yard run by Wade. Cocoa Beach in for the extra point. Their Satellite. This is number 30, Preston Kennedy. Young man, they've had a couple of miscues tonight on both sides as far as who's supposed to be in. Coaches aren't usually too happy about that.
Not at all.
Oh, block point after. Is that a dead ball? Okay. Oh, careful, careful. Man, that could be big later on. Point after is blocked at the 3:13 mark. Satellite leads by 6, 13-7. That could come into play, Coach. We've seen that at the college level, the pro level. Now you got to start going for 2, and all of a sudden, if you don't make that, now you're 3 points behind. Big block by Cocoa Beach on that play.
That was a good block there.
All right, 3:13 left. Emotional play with that block point after. See what Coach Kimmy's going to call up. Cocoa Beach going to look to tie it, maybe go ahead and put an extra point.
Looks like Coco's back in the winning 37-0 over Heritage at the moment.
Wow, what is it?
37-0.
I tell you, that's big because a lot of people think those are the 2 best teams. Well, no, O'Galley, 2 of the top 3 or 4. So that's pretty telling. You know, don't sell out my Tigers yet, Coach.
That's right.
They're going to be there at the end of the year. All right, ball picked up at the 12-yard line. That's C-Jack. Oh my goodness. That young man almost broke it. That is number 6. Only a junior. Tristan C-Jack. I tell you what I like about him is, and you probably, Coach, his legs don't stop.
He keeps
pumping them, and you know, it reminds me of Mercury Morris back in the day for the Dolphins. He just does not stop, and a little bit of, you couple that with some high tackling, you're going to get a few extra yards.
Yeah, he keeps those legs pumping for sure.
All right, 3:05 left. Cocoa Beach trying to tie this game up at their own 38. There's Mr. C-Jack. Picks up maybe 3.
picked up about 6 yards.
Tackle by number 2.
See Jack signaling to come out, tapping the helmet. They don't see it. Young man's got to be a little tired. And again, we talked about Cocoa Beach they got a whole bunch of running backs. So
I can wear the defense down here.
yeah, I saw C-Jack tapping his helmet. So he's just going to block right now. Oh, man. Back to pass was Veen.
Slips down at the 42-yard line.
Little slip on the field. Third down.
A little slippery out there. He had some run room.
He did have a little bit of running room. He did.
May have picked up the first down.
Nice pressure by Satellite. He didn't have any choice but to try to run with that ball. Third down, clock winding down to 2 minutes left in the first half. 3rd and 7. Cocoa Beach, can they make something happen? Looking left. Oh, I think that ball is complete to number 7. That is Robinson. And that moves the chains. Stops the clock at 1:55. Cocoa Beach trying to tie it up before they hit the dry locker rooms. Pick up a 12, ball inside the 50. Dean back to pass again, nope, tucks it in. Stiff arm, can't get away. Nice tackle there by number 55. That is Luke Herte. Nice tackle, Coach, because again, he had some running room.
Good pressure there.
Timeout called. 1:39 left in the first half. You know, I like this, Coach, because it's been raining. It was raining probably starting about 6 o'clock. Those people across the way from Satellite, that didn't bother them. There might be 250 people over there. I'm looking out the window. We might have 400 or 500 over here. This is what a rivalry game should look like.
Yeah, and Satellite is only 15 minutes away. It's a nice little drive there from Satellite through Patrick's Space Port.
Yeah, no, space, whatever it
Really
is.
a nice.
They got
nice
some
little
helicopters and planes over there.
Drive. Yeah, nice little drive there.
Yeah. This is big on both sides, Coach. I mean, the momentum could swing depending on if Cocoa Beach scores right before the half or Satellite holds them. It could be big either way.
Could be.
All right, back to passes. Quarterback Veen. He's looking at. Oh, no. I don't know if I would have called that. I don't know. That was. I think it was a bit over his head. Pass was intended for Caden Ford. Again, I didn't have him last week. This might be his first game. And we've already called his name several times. Does stop the clock.
I think that was a good play call.
I think
Open it up
so.
a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah. Yep.
Really important announcement. There's hot dogs for sale by the bleachers at halftime.
All right. Second down. Oh, look at there. Oh, man. Looked like a little Tim Tebow jump pass there for a second. Pass incomplete. Brings 4th down. Punter / kicker, Junior Vanzara. 1:29 left in the first half. Satellite will get the ball back one more time. Vanzara hoping to pin him deep. He's got a good leg. We saw that on the kickoff. Can he get this ball inside the 10-yard line? Looks like he's backed up a little bit farther. Oh, no, bad snap. Oh, nice kick. Uh-oh, fumble. No, he's got it. He's got it. Wow, that's some athletic ability right there.
Good job of getting it
It
off.
sure was. I was getting ready to compliment that he was farther back this time, but unfortunately, the hiker.
There again with a wet field, man, you got to
Yeah,
make sure
you do. Yeah.
that ball is dry before you hike it. I mean, it was good. It was good.
Oh, he was lucky to get that ball out of the way.
Good
Man,
ball. I mean,
sure
he
was.
Just,
That was
slipped
kind of
through
like
his
your
hand.
son there. That was a sidearm kick,
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
your son used to throw.
Yeah, the sidearm stuff.
All right, 1:22 left. Satellite on offense. Leads by 6. 1st and 10 at their 38-yard line. Quarterback Brennan left the pass. Keeping the ball. Runs out of bounds. Smart play. Stops the clock. Picks up maybe 6. Smart play by that young man. 1:13 left in the first half. Our
Took
gate,
some good yardage there, man.
yeah, and Smart ran out of bounds. A little bit better than what our Gators did when they had the ball with 2 minutes left to go in the game on clock management. But smart play by quarterback Brody Grennan to run out of bounds. Second and a short 4. 1:13 left in the first half. Satellite up by 6. Oh, all right, good block. Oh, intercepted by Cocoa Beach, right in the hands of number 7. That is Robinson, senior. 1:04 left. Minutemen back on offense. Coach, you were saying
there.
running left, throwing right. That's a tough thing to do, and I don't know if that's the play call or the defense forcing it, but and right there, that was a hard pass to complete.
Well, we always say when you throw that ball up, you know, 3 things can happen, 2 are bad. Especially with a minute and 4 seconds left,
Yeah.
you know, it's probably been best to keep it on the ground.
All right, ball at their own 41, 1st and 10. Minutemen back on offense, trying to get 6 on the board, down by 6. 1:04 left in the half. Pass complete over the middle. Looks like a first down. Nice tackle by the Scorps, number 9, Chris Fudge. Oh, young man's hurt. Timeout. I believe that was Caden Ford. Yeah, hopefully it's just a cramp. Coach, why we hope that young man gets attended to and hopes maybe it's just a cramp. We knew the pass play, the pass calling on both sides was going to come into account. Number 1, Gunnar Gott. Nice to see him cut
I just
off.
think he needed a rest there for a minute.
I tell you what, though, and that was, again, another night, this time from the Cocoa Beach side, quarterback Dean, he put that young man didn't have to break. Whenever your wide receiver doesn't break stride, that's a nice pass.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball before the receiver makes their cut.
Yeah.
So it was a great throw and catch.
Yeah, that's a good point. We saw that a couple of weeks ago where he was throwing to the spot. All right, picks up a first down inside satellite territory. Again, back to pass. Dean right over to the number 3. Pass complete. Nice gang tackling by Satellite. That is a sophomore, Arturo Stanley. I'm going to guess his brother, let me look on here, is Gage Stanley. Clock running, 33 seconds left. 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Picks up some running room, looking at the sideline, turning the corner, out of bounds at the 27 with 24 seconds left. If I don't see a flag, that moves the chains. I see the chain gang heading towards Satellite Beach. It's 1st and 10, 24 seconds left. Cocoa Beach trying to tie it up, Coach.
30-yard line.
Ball at the 30, 1st and 10. Not sure how many timeouts they got. Maybe looks like 2. So they still got 2 timeouts. Bean waiting for the play. Nowhere to go. Oh, he's going to throw. Oh! Intended for number 7, Robinson. Tough thing there.
Yeah.
Good defense, and unfortunately, and again, this happens when the quarterback scrambles. You had 2 offensive players right there. That might have caught his eye a little bit.
Yeah.
But it stops the clock. 16 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 30. Satellite trying to keep them out of the end zone and hit the locker room with a 6-point lead. Minutemen trying to tie it. 16 seconds left. 2nd and 10. Dean back in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Nice pass break up. Number 12. That is Corval for Satellite. Stops the clock at, okay. That only took 1 second off the clock?
Yeah. 1 second.
Well, again, it could have been 16.9 and 15.1, but still got 15 seconds left.
Clock operator is really sleeping over there.
3rd and 10, I believe. Again, back in the shotgun. Looking out to the side. Pass complete. We got timeouts left. Let's see. Yep, called the timeout.
If Cocoa Beach can't get a touchdown here, at least get maybe a field goal here.
Yeah, I agree, Coach. I mean, go in with the positive. That again was Caden Ford. He's had a big night tonight, that young man. Timeout, Cocoa Beach. 8 seconds left. All right, so Coach, one play and then a field goal attempt, or if you get,
it's going to have to be real quick. 8 seconds.
Yeah, does he have? He's got. Still got a couple timeouts. All right, let me ask you this. Let's say pass complete or whatever they do, and they get down to like the 1 or 2 yard line with time left. Would you still kick the field goal, or would you consider going for 6 if you're that close?
I would probably go for it if I was that close.
Thinking you're only down by 6 and you're playing well, it's not that detrimental if you miss it. Yeah. All right, let's see what Coach Kimmy calls up after the timeout. 1st and 10, ball at the 20, 8 seconds left. Bean's got to get rid of it pretty quick. Oh, looking at the corner! Touchdown! Minutemen! Cocoa Beach! That's how you dial it up with 4 seconds left in the first half. Coach, we don't even need to think about a field goal. Cocoa Beach ties it up. I think we need to get sponsored by a throat lozenge team. If I have to keep, I think I brought some Werthers with me during halftime. I'm trying to keep up with Mr. Wells over here. Point after looks good with 4 seconds left. Oh, no good. No good. Oh my goodness. Coach, can I borrow your glasses?
Sure, look good.
It looked good.
13.
All right, missed extra point. Hey, we wouldn't have it any other way. 13-13 in the Beach Bowl.
Still a great drive.
Oh my goodness, yes. There's a 20-yard.
Remy did a great job. Great passing and
Oh man, yes.
Great catching by the receivers there too. And blocking up front was really good as well. Gave him time.
And I tell you what, I mean, it was good defense by Satellite, because how many times did Veen have to run out of the pocket? But I tell you, a difference that I noticed, he's running to his right, throwing right. When the quarterback is Satellite, he's rolling left to throw right, and we're seeing a little difference there.
Oh, absolutely. Makes a big difference.
Mr. Wells, was that Robinson on that touchdown catch? Okay, thank you. I had to ask the PA announcer. He's a little bit younger than me. I think his glasses were probably done by a better optician than mine. So that was Veen to Robinson. 20-yard pass play 4 seconds ago. How about a squib kick and get out of here?
Exactly.
No, or how about not? How about kicking it in the end zone and...
Well, what do you do here, Coach? Do you back your defense up and don't let anybody behind you?
I'm doing one of two things. I'm either throwing it, because that young man for Satellite, number 5, Brody Grennan's got an arm. I'm either throwing it 60 yards in the air and seeing if anything happens, or I'm taking a knee.
I would
That's
take
coming
a
from a
knee.
lacrosse coach. So
I think I would take a knee because we had an interception last time.
Oh yeah, you're
take a
right.
knee.
2 out of 3. Yeah.
Take a knee, get into the locker room, and make your adjustments.
There you go. Listen, it's the Beach Bowl. We didn't expect anything less.
Or you gamble, yeah. You can. I mean, it's a rivalry game.
No, he took the knee. All right.
Coach
Coach Burke took the knee, and after one half of outstanding high school varsity football here on the east coast of the Space Coast, it's 13-13, Cocoa Beach Satellite. In the first Beach Bowl in 5 years, and they're putting on a show for probably 600 or 700 fans, including our superintendent. who is here tonight and did the coin toss. So, Coach, I need a Werther's or I need ginger ale or something. I'm calling out all these plays, but I tell you, I like what I see on both sides. Were a couple penalties, not that many. We only had one turnover. Again, I think the moisture had something to do with that, but otherwise, on both sides of the ball, both sides of the field, I've been impressed by both squads.
Oh, it's the kids are playing their hearts out. You can see that.
Right.
Any rivalry game, you don't know who's going to win.
Right.
I remember back when we played, when I was at Cocoa, we
Right.
played Rockledge. I also coached at Rockledge. We played Cocoa. You could throw your record out the window because you didn't know who was going to win.
Right.
Same scenario here.
Right.
Both teams are evenly matched.
Right.
And these kids are playing their hearts out to win a ball game tonight, and it's an exciting atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier. I'm gonna, Mr. Jat or Mrs. Chat, whatever PGGG or GBQT or Chat AI. I didn't get it to work, so I had to look it all up myself. But I think I mentioned earlier, at least if I missed it, I went back every year. This is the first time that these two have played in 5 years, back on September 25th, and it was a lopsided victory for the Scorpions over the Minutemen. We did mention that this is the only in-county team that Coach Burke and Satellite will play this year, so we both said hats off to Coach Burke that he made it this game and made it the rivalry game. But we talked a little bit earlier, and you mentioned it, Coach. Satellite started the year with 3 shutouts, and they so far have scored 133 points, given up 7. Last year, with a record of 1-9, they only scored 93. So, we talked about Coach Burke before, 221 wins at Palm Bay, 22 postseasons, 2 state championships. He's got them off to the good start.
Yeah, 14 district championships, 10 regional final appearances. Come on.
Yeah,
that's phenomenal.
That's anybody, and he's in the FACA Hall of Fame as he should be. We talked about this a little bit earlier, and Satellite is in the Sunshine State Athletic Association. Cocoa Beach is still in the FHSAA, but they're independent. But again, Coach, Satellite actually has the best record of any team in the Cape Coast Conference, or including MCC and Holy Trinity at 4-0. And Cocoa Beach, even though they're 1-2, they had a nice win. We had that game against Freedom. And we talked about how do you measure success. I think both these teams are being very successful. I can tell you just by looking in the stands.
Oh, yeah. And another aspect we hadn't talked about is Ted Kimmey was the head football coach at Satellite.
Right, yeah.
And you can bet your bottom dollar that he wants to win this game really bad.
Yeah.
Because he was the coach there once. And these kids know that. These kids know it. They have heard that all week long.
Right.
I got to beat Satellite.
So let me ask you. So you've been there. We're gonna, instead of seeing us old senior citizens, we're gonna show that little bit of the. All right. So let me ask you this: you graduated from Rockledge High School. You coached at Cocoa. How did you feel when you played Rockledge at the end of the season?
Oh, I wanted to beat them really bad.
I want you to be honest with me, Coach. What did you really? Okay.
Back then too, there was a lot of pressure to win. Some great coaches back then. You had Gerald Odom.
Yeah.
You had all the rivalry between the coaches was intense.
Right.
But you had to win back then.
Right.
I mean, like Billy Napier, he doesn't have to win to stay at the University of Florida. Back then, I had to win at Cocoa High School, or I was going to get fired.
So So Billy Napier has a severance package of $17 million. Was yours anywhere close to that?
No, not at all. I think I got an Egg McMuffin every.
I was going to say, or you got a free pizza at what was that, Odyssey Pizza up there on Cliff Lake Road? Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a different era, man.
Let me ask you this, and I know this, a lot of things have changed over the years, whether it was FHSAA or it was our superintendent. when you coached, and you coached many years at many schools, was there a time when, whether it was a superintendent or the Cape Coast Conference, dictated that you played mostly in-county teams?
Yeah.
I know there were some times that occurred.
Oh yeah. I mean, to save money,
Right. Yeah.
buses.
Right.
We had to play everybody, in the county first before we went out.
Okay.
Which made it pretty difficult because there's some good teams. Still are a lot of good teams in Brevard County.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We had Al Wernicke at Titusville High School. Astronaut was good. Chris
Yeah.
Collinsworth
Yeah.
played there.
Right.
And Palm Bay was a powerhouse.
Yes.
Palm Bay was the only high school back then.
South of Melbourne, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Melbourne High School was
Right.
was good. And I mean, there were some great teams.
Yeah.
Miss Wells in here?
I'm sorry.
Is Miss Wells in here today?
He is, but it looks like he just went out somewhere. He'll be back in a minute. Yep. A couple. So here's you talk about, and we talk about this. What does success look like? The two undefeated teams after just 3 weeks. I'm going to say 4 because if you play in the Sunshine State Athletic Association, they don't have a kickoff classic. That first game counts on their record because in the last week of the regular season for the FHSAA, everybody in the SSAA goes into playoffs. So the only 2 undefeated teams left in the county, Satellite, we talked about 4-0. Coach Owens, 3-0 up at Space Coast. They've got a really good game tonight. They're playing Astronaut. Astronaut is 2-1. But I want to read you something. The teams that have won 2 games so far after just 3 or 4, Astronaut, Bayside, O'Galley, Holy Trinity, Melbourne, Palm Bay, and Vieira. We didn't mention Titusville, they've won 1. We didn't mention Merritt Island, they've won 1. We didn't mention Heritage, they've won 1. Coco's won 1. But again, in all fairness, a lot of those teams have played Vero Beach and Seminole and each other. But again, when you look at that, it's nice to see those schools like Astronaut 2-1. Space Coast coming off a state championship in the SSAA 3-0. I'm glad, and we know the Heritages. O'Galley's won 2 games. Rockledge, unfortunately, is the only team that hasn't won yet. But we know Coach Holmes at Rockledge. We know Coach Snyder, Coco. Those teams, they're going to get some wins. But it's nice to see a little parity maybe with some of these other teams.
Oh, absolutely. Especially Space Coast, Titusville, Astronaut. They're coming back.
Right.
Back in the day, they were, Titusville, Astronaut.
Thank you. You had to come see us in person. Listen, I'm going to call my wife. I want you to tell her. No, I'm just I got it. Listen, this lovely lady. Listen. So, listen. All right. So,
I gotta tell you, I wish I was at my home because I watched you guys in Miami last week.
Did you?
so are you Remy's? Whose grandmother?
I had to turn it on.
Yeah, you're Remy's grandmother.
Yeah.
Well, nice. So we're going off script here. You know what? And we don't do as many games as some of the others, but when we hear that we've got people from I'm a granddad.
I know, I listened to you.
When we have people from Miami or we've had people from out of state that watch, I don't care if you're the only one watching. If you get to watch your grandson play, that means a lot. So I'm glad that
I
you do.
texted my brother.
Cool.
He's watching, and my
All
sister's
right.
in Georgia. She's
All
watching.
right,
I go,
good.
watch these guys.
That is so cool.
They're the
Well, that's
best.
good.
Your brother?
Well, and you know what? If somebody's working or if somebody's playing, they can go to YouTube and watch it, at their leisure. But that is so cool.
The way you guys interact.
Well,
and
thanks.
the way you talk.
Well, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Like for me, you're fans.
Okay, wait.
I mean, I grew up with the 70 Dolphins. You know what I mean?
Me too.
We've mentioned Nottingham today. We mentioned Mercury Morris tonight.
I told
So,
you, if I ever come
number-
again and you'll hear
Number
me,
22. All right, so tell me, you got a bone. Let me know. What did I miss?
From Miami, and we're UM fans.
Okay.
So it's traumatic when you refer to Remy as Doug Flutie. Please stop.
Oh, okay, I know. Listen, I have met that young man. He's from here. Doug Flutie went to school at Hoover Middle School, where I was assistant principal.
He's from here?
He was here for a couple years.
I didn't know that.
He went through, I think, 9th grade.
I don't even know where
still
Hoover
lives
is.
here. He
I've
lives
heard
in
that
Brevard
twice
County.
today.
And we were at a fundraiser together at basketball. Nicest guy you ever met, talking just like me and you. And I thanked him for that pass. I told him I had to 1980. Listen, you got a good game tomorrow. I expect a lot. I think Miami's a little stronger than the Bulls. We certainly aren't that strong, but I'm going to be tuning into that game, 4 o'clock, I think. So good luck to the Canes, but we appreciate it.
Uh-oh. First pass.
Okay.
Looking like Tom Brady. That's all I need. I'm a Dolphin fan, but I think that guy is phenomenal.
Well, listen, we appreciate you coming up to say hi. Safe
you
travels
guys are
back.
wonderful.
Well, thanks. We appreciate it. All right, my young friend, we appreciate that. Good stuff. You know, it's you and I. And listen, Coach, you've already talked about how, you know, and I've actually watched my grandson play a little soccer. You've got some grandkids that are playing some sports, and that's like the next step for you and me.
Yep. Want to turn it around?
Yeah. No, let me see. No, right here. Down there. All right, so
That's what it's all about right there. Grandmother from Miami up to see her grandson play, and thanking us for doing this.
Yeah, it was good stuff, and it's funny, Remy's mom called us as we were leaving and said, said some nice words and said that grandmother, Remy's quarterback, of course, here at Cocoa Beach, was watching from Miami, and then she's up here, came and talked, and we've talked, we love doing this, and I think last week's game here at Cocoa Beach, we had 330 views. That's a milestone for a press box overtime. But even if it was just that one young lady, a grandmother in Miami, getting to watch her grandson play, man, that's all worth it.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, we appreciate her coming up. What did we do? A baseball game a couple years ago. I think there was a team out of Ohio, I think it was.
Right.
And we had 400 or 500 views, and again, listen. I can remember, all 5 of your kids played sports, and Ethan played 1 year of football, Devin 4 years of lacrosse. I can remember having a laptop during lunch duty at Hoover Middle School when she was playing during the week,
right.
And so I appreciate if somebody streams, so that we could watch that. We didn't have that ability back when we played.
Oh yeah, I mean. This is great technology for people that are not in town, relatives or friends that are out of town.
Right.
We used to do our graduations at Satellite High School. We would stream them. And we had people over in New Zealand.
Wow.
And other countries
Very
watch
cool.
it.
Very cool.
That was related to the students at Satellite High School.
Yeah, and
So
what
that
a
was
great,
pretty cool.
what a great, my son's in the Air Force. They were over in England for like 6 years. Even something like FaceTime. I mean, it was still tough, but to at least see him and the granddaughter, and only had one daughter at the time when they lived. Even now, you're like me. We got kids scattered all over the country, but things like instant messaging and FaceTiming, and that it lessens the blow a little bit of having families spread out so much.
Yeah, for sure.
But that was good stuff.
Oh, we got a ball game.
Yeah,
here,
we do.
Bill.
We've got about 3 minutes left. 13-13. Cocoa Beach blocked a satellite point after. Somehow, neither one of us saw it, but the Cocoa Beach young man, he missed the extra point. We do want to give a shout out on the satellite side. We have Principal Courtney Lundy, our good friend TJ Gowdy. Also, he's the head baseball coach. And of course, we were talking a little bit earlier about Dan Burke, 221 wins, 22 postseasons. What did you say? How many regional?
10 regional final appearances and 14 district championships.
Now, when he won his state at Palm Bay, were you still coaching there? Or were you in your administrative mode?
I was out of coaching by then. That was 2000 and 2001.
2 and 3 or 1 and 2, 1 and 3, something like that.
2001.
We talked a little bit about Coach Kimmy, who is also the athletic director here at Cocoa Beach. Principal Tim Powers, who in the day was a head coach at O'Galley football, and a great individual. During the 5 years that Coach Kimmy was at Satellite coaching, he was 36 and 16. You were there during that time. I think they made it to the regional finals 1 year, which had never happened before. They won 10 games. Again, he was Coach of the Year several times, 5A runner-up or finalist for Coach of the Year. And I like this too, I saw. 100% of his seniors graduated his last year, 3.31, and their roster grew from 40 to 110. So again, he really
He can
moved
rebuild
that
a program.
Yes,
he
he
came
did.
in at Satellite. We were probably the doormat of football in Brevard County before Ted Kimmy got there.
Right.
He came in and rebuilt that entire program.
Right.
And got respectability back.
Right.
And now he's doing the same thing at Cocoa Beach.
Right? You know, and you bring up a good point, and I was a county athletic director at the time, and I would come over to watch a game every now and then. I remember just watching that process, all of a sudden, your stands were full. And I think first year that, FHSA let you play like a bowl game or something, I want to say it was a team like Father Lopez, you won that game. But again, like you talked about, that is success. And he's on his way to doing the same thing here.
Exactly. He's done a great job here. Got a lot of kids out. Both teams have a lot of kids out.
Right.
And they're both coaches do a great job.
Yeah, and we talked about that. It's nice to see them come back. I didn't see any stats online for Satellite. A couple of things that we saw last week, and I got to give a shout out because I did it on Facebook. But last week, quarterback Remy Veen, 48, 12, and 5-yard touchdown passes. Overall, he is 49 of 72 for 556 yards, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. 117.6 QBR. I don't know how high it goes. It can't be too much higher than that. They had a couple of good rushers. Rogers he's rushed for 120. But last week, number 22, and I think they're brothers, so I want to make sure I get the right one for Cocoa Beach. What is his name? Gage Stanley. I think I put out there that he was my Iron Man. Gage Stanley last week in the game, that 2 interceptions, 1 fumble recovery, 1 cause fumble, and actually those 2 interceptions are the only 2 that they've got. Man,
yeah, he did a great job.
I tell you, somebody's got to be doing film on him. I mean, what a game. I mean, I kept looking at my notes like, wait, was that the same number? Was that the same guy? So again, and I don't have a lot of stats for Satellite, but we talked about, they're both sides quick on the ball on defense. Both quarterbacks can throw and run. And gosh, that makes for an exciting football game.
It sure does. We're tied up right now, getting ready to go into the third quarter. It's anybody's ball game right now.
So your Coach Burke, you put 13 on. Towards the end of the half, Satellite came on a little bit stronger. What are you telling your young men? Because you're tied right now, but what do you need to work on the second half?
Well, I think Satellite defensively, they've got to contain the quarterback and put more pressure on him. He's a great passer.
Yeah,
Receivers,
yeah.
He's got some great receivers.
Right.
So we gotta contain that quarterback. Don't lose containment. Good rush. Put some pressure on him.
Yeah, I agree. And on the flip side, Coach Kimmy, they were down early. Cocoa Beach, our Satellite scored the first time they got the ball. Ended it on a high note with that 20-yard touchdown pass with 4 seconds left. You want to build on that momentum, and I know you well enough, Coach. You're going to be positive in that room, but you've also got to point out a few things. What might those be that Cocoa Beach needs to look at for the second half?
Well, Cocoa Beach is going to have to stop that outside run, that schoolhouse schoolhouse left.
Yeah,
Satellite had gained a lot of yardage on that particular play. They're going to have to stop that. Your defensive ends are going to have to try to turn it in, and the cornerback's going to have to come up and not let them get outside because they're getting 8-9 yards on that particular play.
So you mentioned that before. So defensive end, let's just pretend I'm a defensive end. Guys coming, I hold the outside to turn him in so that the lineman, I got to make sure he doesn't come over here.
Yeah, on a 4-man front defense, that defensive end has to keep his outside arm free.
Okay.
He can't get hooked by the offensive either tackle or whoever he's over or the tight end. He can't get hooked.
Okay.
He's got to keep that outside leverage.
Okay.
Get up the field and try to turn him inside. And the cornerback's got to do the same thing. He can't get blocked. He's got to come up, turn the play in so the linebacker can scrape and make the tackle. If he gets outside, it could be 88 out the gate.
So let me understand. Schoolhouse. Does that mean we're bringing the whole squad?
Well, the schoolhouse right is mean everybody's blocking
Okay.
for the running back getting
Okay.
trying to get to the outside.
All right. All right.
And it's been effective for Satellite.
Yeah,
so.
we're going to flip this around. Again, we had a fun halftime meeting some individuals, family of quarterback Remy Veen, grandmother and an uncle, and that
think
that was
she's one of your
pretty
fans,
special. You know, listen, I might have to come out with some. I may have to come out with some T-shirts or something, maybe. You know, what does Harry Billy Baru or whatever call me on the golf course?
Yeah, you may need a security when you walk in here tonight.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Your fans.
That's we'll get those. What are those big egghead things? You know, you can hold up with my face on it or something.
Yeah.
But that was fun. That made my night. I appreciate her coming in.
Real sweet lady, and that makes the whole thing worthwhile.
Yeah. All right. Here we are. Kickoff. Starting the second half. 13-13. Satellite with the ball. Oh, slips on the field. That was Alex Batalis. Let me ask you this, Coach. That something just. Would you be in favor? Well, I guess they don't even do it in college. Of if you're not touch getting up, or maybe because of this level and injuries, do you like it the way it is? If you touch the ground, you're down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay.
Because you don't.
College does the same thing.
I mean, they're vulnerable if they're down. They're going
Right.
to get hit, and it's
Right. Yeah. I agree.
You don't want to get anybody hurt.
Right. All right, we ran off about 5 seconds off the clock, 11:55. Starting the second half, 13 all. Scorpions going left to right, north to south. First and 10 at their 20. Hold on, Beach Bowl. Here we go. There's that Logan Wade again, I think, 0.
It's off the left tackle there. Pick up
I
about
wish,
3 yards.
We need. Let me get a little bit zoom in here. You know, I went to Florida Wake Forest basketball game during Christmas in Tampa, and I was watching the guys doing the broadcast, and every 5 minutes the girl would run out with the stat sheet. You know, where is that girl? I need to know that. I don't know the stats.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to hire a stat. Oh, is that rain coming
Maybe
down?
we need to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, a little rain coming down. Umbrellas up. Second down and 7. Little sweep around, little gang tackling. Maybe got a yard on it.
Number 7 was in there from Cocoa Beach.
7, that's Robinson. Plays both ways. He's had some good plays on offense and defense tonight. We got a little sprinkles coming out. Umbrellas up. Could make a difference in the play calling as far as the wet ball and the passing. And
Sure can. I see we got a ball boy. There's.
I saw the towel come out. I hope not, because both teams have some really nice passing game, and I hope we don't lose that.
I want to see that some more. Yeah.
All right, 3rd and 5. Ball sits at their own 35. Satellite trying to get a first down to open up the second half. Back to pass. Nowhere to go. That is number 40 for the Minutemen. In on the tackle. Is that a 40 or 40? I don't have his number.
That's Graham.
Graham.
Kimmy. Coach Kimmy.
Oh, that was.
That's a freshman.
Man, oh man. Jeez. Wow. Good for that young man. All right. Nice tackle, nice sack by young Mr. Kimmy. Brings up a 4th and 10. Satellite out to punt. Oh, nice punt. Going down, is going to get a nice roll. Wow, nice roll. 15. Okay, picks it up. All right. Number 22 picked it up as it was bouncing. That's Gage Stanley, the Iron Man we talked about during halftime that had the 2 interceptions and fumble recovery last week. Little dicey on that kind of a play, but it worked out. You know, and I have to say, you coach football. Sometimes the positive result doesn't mean the decision was right, but could have gone bad, quickly.
As an old ball coach, I'm
Right.
thinking that Coach Kimmy probably taught him to get away from the ball,
Yeah,
especially when it's wet.
yeah. But the only thing that lightens the load is it was a positive outcome. But other than that, All right, 9:34 left in the third quarter. Cocoa Beach, first time on offense, 1st and 10, bounces to the outside, little stiff arm, cutting back in.
Nice hit.
Nice tackle. Oh my goodness.
Nice hit by number
That was
22, I believe it was.
number 3 on the carry is Arturo Stanley. Defensive gentleman said, "Welcome to Cocoa Beach. Welcome to
22, Don
Welcome to
Klein.
Satellite."
Wow. We've called that name several times
Yeah.
tonight. Don
Second
Klein.
and 8.
Nice
He
play.
looked mad about
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. Took his French fries maybe at
Sure
halftime.
did. I
All
wouldn't-
right, picked up about long 3, 2nd and 7. Another hand up the middle. Number 6, C-Jack.
Tackle by Klein again, number 22.
Wow, we called his name a couple times.
Don Klein on the tackle.
Listen, we don't, anybody watching this that doesn't know these two teams, don't let size fool you. These might not be the biggest squads you've seen, but they are quick. They know how to tackle. They're very athletic and know their football. Another play up the middle.
Again,
C-Jack again. See if he picked up where they're going to mark it. You said earlier, Coach, letting them play a little bit, which I'm okay with that.
They have.
As long as it's consistent.
Gain of 3.
Got the first down.
40-yard line.
Luckily that rain coming down a little bit harder, but luckily it's blowing away from the press box so we can leave the window open. 8:07 left. 1st and 10. Handoff to, that's Veen on the keeper.
Number 36 on the tackle, Landon Mentillo.
Gain of about 3.
His grandfather used to be a teacher at
Okay.
Satellite
All right.
High School.
All right.
Bob Mentillo.
Okay.
And Bob used to be the head coach of the Satellite School.
I think I remember that. I think so.
Bob also went to Satellite High School and played football for Satellite High School.
A little history there. Oh, bouncing off. Nice tackle. Nowhere on that play. I don't even know if he got back to the line of scrimmage. It doesn't look like it. Loss of maybe 1. 7:20 left in the third quarter.
Down at 6.
Again, rain starting to diminish a little bit.
47-yard line.
I got to say, I was pretty smart today, Coach. I pulled out the long sleeve press box overtime shirt because anytime you come beachside at night on a rainy day, it's going to be a little chilly.
Yeah, it's a little breezy tonight.
All right, back to pass. Pass complete. Cutting back inside. Not sure if he got. It's going to depend on the mark. Pass complete to Gunner Doc. And that was enough. That did move the chain. 6:53. Chain gang heading north. 1st and 10 for the hometown Minutemen. Gunner Doc. If I was Gunner Doc, I would trademark my name in case he makes it to college and plays or pro, gets an NIL deal. He needs somebody to that's a sports name if I've heard one.
I'd be his agent.
Okay. All right, pass complete out there to Caden Ford.
Nice tackle there by
nice.
number 2.
Now see, I think in that case they stayed their spot, but he didn't get anywhere.
Right. Good defense. Very good defense. That's a slow developing play.
Yeah, we see that from time to time on Saturday. I'm like you, Coach. I don't like a play that takes a couple seconds to develop, and then the completion is behind the line of scrimmage. So now you've given the defense time, and you've got to go a couple yards to get where you started.
Right.
I don't like that. All right, 2nd and 12, back to pass. Pass complete to Ford. He's juking it back and forth. First down, unless there's any flags on the play. Pickup of about 17. Young Mr. Caden Ford once again on the catch. Pass complete from quarterback Veen. Nice movement to move into satellite territory. First and 10.
Ford has caught a few passes tonight.
Man, you know what?
Great hands.
Well, and like I said, he wasn't on the roster. I did print out a new roster. Coach Kimmy sent one, and he was an addition to it. So whether
Part of
injured,
an NIL deal?
I don't know. But you're right, Coach. He's made a difference tonight.
Sure has. That was great hands, great catch. Great run after the catch as well.
And again, we see that on both sides. Yak, or whatever you want to call it, yards after catch, yards after, after the first time he got hit. That's one thing about both these squads, and we've covered them for a couple years. They fight until the last second of the game. Holy mackerel.
We're tied up right now.
Yes, we are. 5:56 left. 1st and 10. Bean back to pass. Pass incomplete.
Second down.
I'm seeing that Minutemen walk back from the end zone. I'm thinking they might go long once or twice. Maybe they're lulling them into these short passes, but some of these young men are getting a little open deep. 2nd and 10, ball just inside the 30. Like Coach said, all tied up 13-13, 5:52. First Beach Bowl we've had in 5 years, and it's lived up to its reputation. Nice little end around, lead blocker, turning the corner. Oh, nice coverage. Flag on the play. Thinking maybe holding. Good coverage by the defense coach. They stayed their ground and didn't go anywhere.
They came up and turned the play inside. Stop that play.
They must have heard the Coach Cook podcast at halftime.
Well, I slipped down to the locker room.
Okay, I thought, did you go back in the truck?
talk, yeah.
You went into the truck, I think, didn't you?
Got a little
When I was
talk.
talking to the lovely lady from Miami. All right, let's see. What do we got going on here? They declined it, which is smart. Take the play off, take the down off. 3rd and 12. Still a little drizzle. I can see it up there in the lights. Again, luckily blowing away from the press box so we can keep this nice breeze. 5:44 left. 3rd and 13 for the hometown Minutemen. Bean back to pass, sees some open ground, and he's taken off, turning the corner. It looks like he picked up the first down, tight roping it down the sideline. And just like I know his uncle's going to get mad at me, but I'm going to have to say the Flutie name again. That, he took that sideline. It's just like we were talking about last week with the USF. It looked like there was no room over there.
Yeah, it was a great run down the sideline.
Sure
there.
was.
But there again, the satellite lost containment.
Yeah.
And you can't let them do that.
All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Handoff up the middle. Wow, pushing that line. Number 6, C-Jack, adding to his stats tonight. Getting down to the 5-minute mark in the 3rd quarter.
Down to
Second
the
and 8.
16-yard line.
Yeah, 16-yard line, 5-minute mark, tied up.
Still
Hometown Minutemen have not had the lead yet tonight. They've tied it, haven't been ahead, trying to make that change. 2nd down. Oh, nice little misdirection handoff. Didn't fool anybody, Coach. They were ready for that,
Left side of the defensive line for it. Pretty stout there for satellite.
Gain of about 2.
We'll call it 3rd. 3rd and a long 5. Ball in about the 15. 4:28 left in the 3rd quarter. Quarterback Bean getting the ball, back to pass, looking downfield, trying to get out of the pocket, bounces out somehow, throws the ball up in the air, and it is an interception. Young man stayed in bounds just outside the goal line. First turnover tonight for Cocoa Beach. 1st and 10, satellite ends the drive.
2-yard line.
Little tip tray there, Coach.
Sure was a great interception there by satellite.
Sure was. It looks like they're at about the 4-yard line. Still deep in their own ends, deep in their territory. Still a little rain falling. Ball's wet. Cocoa Beach has an opportunity to kind of pin them back, but yeah, Cocoa Beach looked good on that drive. Nice defensive stop by Satellite. 1 turnover apiece. 4:13 left in the third quarter. Quarterback for Satellite, Brennan, brings him up to the ball, runs around the right side, carrying a couple tacklers with him, gets up there real close to the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it.
I think he had it.
Yeah, I guess he did, just like that. One play. That's got to be a relief for Satellite to get that ball a little bit out of the area of your end zone.
Oh, yeah.
15-yard line, first and 10.
First
Had
down.
very good field position all night, really.
No, moved the ball pretty good after he caught it. Here we are, Coach, back up under center. We didn't see that too much last week. Handoff back to the tailback. That's Logan Waite. Picked up maybe about 6. Maybe 2nd and 4.
He is a workhorse.
My gosh, isn't he though? Man,
Second down.
they got to get that. They got to get the Tide Pods, I think, for laundry tomorrow. There's not going to be a clean uniform left.
Use
3:15. Yeah, no kidding. Getting down to the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. Tied up 13-13. First Beach Bowl in 5 years. Living up to its reputation. Satellite moving left to right, north to south. Second down. Oh, nice little misdirection. Coming to background over here. Gets rid of one time. No, holds on. Doesn't go anywhere.
Great.
Number 1, Alex Vitalis on the carry. And brought again on the tackle. Listen,
Number 8 on the tackle.
I don't care if you're grabbing a shirt or what. It worked.
He held on.
Looks like a little bit of a yeah, more gain. All right.
Yard line.
Third and a short one. Big play right here. 2:25 left in the third quarter. Satellite would like to keep the ball on offense. Cocoa Beach would like to stop this. Third and a short one. Hopefully get the ball back. Let's see what happens. Umbrellas are up. Rain still falling. And looks like he's got that first down. Again, I don't think that's a tush push, but that offensive line does a good job.
They do. They've got a really good
Maybe the
offensive line.
wedge way or something, but man. No flag, moves the chain. White hat says get the clock started. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. First and 10 for Satellite at their 29.
You know, when you're undefeated, you're 4-0 and only had 7 points scored on you. You've got some talent on
Yeah,
that team.
exactly. I don't care who you played against. All right, nice little, oh man, he's still up and going. He's still up and going, still up and going. That's number 0, Logan Waite. That's a pickup of about 25. Moved into Cocoa Beach territory. If he's not over the 100-yard mark, I'm not 50 years old.
It's got to be looks like there's
Man.
a penalty on the play.
Oh, penalty. Holding. Oh, that's a backbreaker. Takes 25 yards off his stats. Moves it back. All right, Coach, let me ask
He's
you.
got to be tired.
Oh, I'm tired watching him. Can you really call, you think, holding on every play?
Possibly, yes.
Oh man.
I think
I think
any game.
I think
college, whatever.
I think the NFL. I'm not sure about they finally wised up and let them hold them a little bit inside the because it gets stuck in your fingernail. I mean something happens. All right, still first down. 10 back to pass. Looks like he picked it up. Nice catch by number 8 for Satellite. That's Will Copeland. A little bit of a shoestring catch. And that did move the chains.
Tackled by number 25, Charlie Grissom.
Titusville 28, Vieira 14.
Wow, that's because I think Vieira, let me look here. Vieira, I believe, is 2-1 coming into tonight. I think I got it down here in my little cheat sheet. Yeah, Vieira's 2-1. Titusville is 1-2. But again, Coach, just like Astronaut and Space Coast, we're starting to get some games now where we're playing each other, and it's going to be a few weeks before things kind of wash out. But
Right. A little more competition.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Looks like a new running back in there for Satellite. Number 34. We got a fumble. Which way are they going? They pointing north or south? They're pointing north, and for the second time tonight, that's a turnover for the Scorpions of Satellite. And just when they were moving the ball, Cocoa Beach gets the ball, turnover, heading north.
That's what you get on a wet night.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that young man, nice little carry, Raiden Kerr, actually scored a touchdown a couple of weeks ago when we covered the Satellite game. That I could be wrong. Might have been his first carry, and maybe sometimes first carry, wet ball. But anyway, with that said, we're flipping the script. We're going right to left. 1st and 10 for the Minutemen. Veen back to pass. Oh, pass complete to number 7. Gets out of the way. Couple of yards left after the touch. That is Robinson. And let's see where they mark it. I'm looking from here. Looks like it's right down there in front of us. That might move the tape. Taking a look. I'm thinking so. Let's see if they wave them on. Did we get a flag?
That was a great catch and a good move after the catch to avoid the defensive backs.
Listen, I never played football except Sundays at Cambridge, and I think half a season with the Chiefs down at McClarty Park to tackle. To catch the ball and then still know where you're at and know where to move, that shows a level of maturity at this age that I'm pretty impressed with. You know, I'm thinking catch the ball, I'm going down, I did my job, you know, move the chains. That got him the first down. It's 1st and 10 at the Satellite 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to let the clock run out. And with that, no score in the 3rd quarter. It's still 13-all, but the Minutemen are looking to change it. They're driving. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Satellite 30. When we come back after a throat lozenge break or ginger ale or something.
Coach Kimmy's out there getting those boys fired up.
I see that.
As I spoke before, you know, he worked at Satellite. He's a teacher and coach there.
Yeah.
He wants to win this game so bad, and those kids want to win it for him.
Right. Yeah, it's. I agree with you, Coach. Like I said, you were pretty honest when you said you played at Rockledge, but when you coached at Cocoa, the gloves were off when you played Rockledge.
Oh,
it didn't matter. You didn't see blue, you saw red.
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe red. They had red. You had a little red back then, right? Rockledge did, yeah.
Right. Red.
Oh, gosh.
Actually, when I went into Rockledge High School with Bill McKnight, we changed the Raider. We had a Raider hood.
Okay.
And, some of the community members didn't like it, but we had to do something to get a spark going, and we did.
Yeah. You know what I liken that to Buccaneer Bruce for Tampa, and then they turned to those black uniforms, and that just changed the whole mood.
Right.
And you're right. You can't tell me uniform colors or logo. I mean, you had to feel good running out there in that.
Yeah.
You know.
Now, when I was in Cocoa, our uniforms, they looked like a hobo. They had holes in them. They looked like they'd been around for like 40 years.
You mean Goodwill isn't a brand name?
Yeah.
I thought that was a brand name.
I mean, we had to get new ones real quick.
All right, 1st and 10. Cocoa Beach on the move. A little keeper, a little pass out to the flat. Picks up maybe 5 or 6. First play of the 4th quarter. No score in the 3rd quarter. 13-all still. Cocoa Beach moving the ball, heading to the south end zone. They haven't led tonight. They're looking to make a change.
Another nice throw and catch.
You know what I like? I like the fake handoff. I like the 2 or 3 steps that play took to keep that defense kind of thinking.
Well, what you doing when you fake that handoff? You're freezing the linebacker.
Yeah.
It's going to open you up over there. So
I was going to say that. I was going to say that later
You're
because I watched the Coach Cook podcast. Play up the middle, gains a few yards. Nice tackle by number 22 on the Scorpions. That is Donald Klein. Let's see what they give him for on this.
It's like about a yard.
Yeah, I'm watching the Chain
yard.
gang. All right, got so third and a short one. Ball
Third
sits
one.
just outside the 20. Again, 10:49 left in the fourth quarter. Cocoa Beach looking to go on top for the first time tonight. Handoff up the middle goes nowhere. That's a tag team tackling. That's number 55, Coach. We've called him a couple times. Luke Huerte, if I pronounced it correctly. There's not too much getting by him.
No, he's pretty stout in that middle there.
Who was that last week? Was that Palm Bay? Had that number 98?
Oh, yeah.
Holy mackerel. That young man was big as a barn door.
He was.
All right, he's going to bring up fourth down. Kimmy's making the call. They're going for it. Pass play to the flat. That's complete.
Boy,
Nice hit. Did he hold on to the ball? Yeah, I think so. Yes, he did. First down, Minutemen. Nice play calling, Coach. Listen, that
That was a great hit by somebody.
That was a great hit, yeah. Hey, and that was a great hold because you get hit after that. I'm giving the guy the ball if he hits me that hard. Nice play call by Kimmy. You know, I don't think either coach came out here to kick field goals. First and 10, 10 minutes left in the game. Cocoa Beach driving, trying to take the lead for the first time tonight. That pass works again.
Same play.
Deja vu. Same big hit. Wow.
Excuse me. Do you know if we can unplug any
Gain
of
of
these?
5, second down and 9.
I don't know. Is there a plug on the other side somewhere? I thought, no? Yeah, I'm not sure what they go to, young man. Is there anything else down there?
Like we're ready to score here, Bill.
Uh-oh, let me watch this play. Second down. Let's see what we got. Play up the middle. Got a few yards. Where is there? I got an extension cord, but I don't know what else yeah, I'm not touching any of those things. All right. Third and 2. Ball sits at the, looks like about the 5.
Got trips on the right side here.
He hasn't thrown right too often. He's been throwing left. 9 minutes left in the game. Third down. Big play right here. Cocoa Beach. Somebody calling timeout. I'm guessing Satellite. Yep, Satellite. Coach Burke. Might be the first timeout of the fourth quarter.
I noticed in that lineup there on the trips, the inside receiver looked like he was open. Playing about 12 yards off of him. Quick slap would be a touchdown.
So you got trips over there. You don't have far to go. You got 5 or 6 yards. Would you pull one receiver back, the other 2 block, and he follows them, or
Well,
what?
you could run a quick screen. I mean, it's kind of slow developing, but you got to get a good block.
True. You're all back there bunched together at the fight. There's not a lot of space, so all those Satellite defenders are going to kind of be right there.
So usually, whoever blocks and tackles the best will win the ball game.
Yeah.
You got to block and tackle.
And I listen, and that's we've seen that from both sides. That's probably why we're tied in the fourth quarter. Both, I mean, very solid.
There's been some good hits in this game.
Oh my God!
You know,
Listen, I can hear them up here, and I don't have my hearing aids on.
as a
so-
defensive coach, I certainly like that.
Yeah. Oh, I know. What do you say about defense?
You win with defense.
That's it.
Defense is offense is for the show, defense is for the dough.
All right, third and 2. Ball sits at the Satellite 5. 8:56 left to go in the game. Third down. Cocoa Beach looking to take the lead for the first time. On the keeper, right up the middle. Nope, coming back outside. Nice play by the defense.
What do you do here, Bill? You go for 3 or you try?
Is he all right? He's just tired, maybe. Okay, maybe
Jack Harry,
they knocked out of him. I hope. Oh, good. Okay. Listen, it's the only time you hope for a cramp or out of breath is when you're down on the field. Gosh, you know what, Coach? We didn't come here to kick a field goal. If I'm Coach Cook, I'm running. I'm going for it.
I don't know. You know, I'm down here.
Now we don't know their field goal kicker.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so that could
Well,
be.
he did miss one earlier.
He missed the point after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You know, a couple years ago, my alma mater, and you used to coach there, Cocoa Tigers, what, 3-time, you know, state champions back to back to back. There was a time when they didn't have a kicker, and God bless them, it'd be 4 and 8. They're going to go for it. So, you know, hats off to that young fella. That's C-Jack. You know, he's been carrying the load tonight when it comes to
Well, what do we
running the
have?
ball.
What do we have? 4th and 6?
6 inches, maybe?
You need to come here.
What do you think, Coach? Listen, you got
Wait,
that.
what? No, it's 6 yards, isn't it?
No, there's a marker. See, you don't have to go to the goal. He just got to go to the marker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking you've got Remy Veen in there at quarterback. I'm following my center. If you can't pick up 6 inches, then they deserve to get the ball. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. Oh, they drew him off. Wow. Half the distance to the goal. 1st and goal to go from about the 2.5. All right, Coach, tell me again, when you're on defense, you're looking at one of 2 things before you move. What is it?
You're looking at the ball
Ball?
or the man in front of
Man in front of you. All right. He might have been looking up here at the broadcast. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but
the defensive coordinator is not going to be happy with
that's
that.
a tough way to get. But that I wanted to see that play. All right, that's 1st and goal to go at the 2.5 yard line. 8:24 left in the game. Handoff up the middle, out the side, and touchdown! Cocoa Beach Minutemen for the first time tonight. They take the lead, 19-13. We're here at the Beach Bowl. We're having a great time. Hey, Mr. Wells, see Jack? Was that C Jack? Vern, was that C Jack? Stanley, thank you. Stanley on the carry. 2.5 yard run. Cocoa Beach. Coach, you going for 2 or not?
No, I think they're going for
I mean,
1.
you're up by, okay, yeah, you're up by 6. Should be 7. You're right. And I was the math teacher. That's a shame. And this time, it's up and it's good. And with the point after from junior number 99, Vinzera, with 8:17 left. For the first time tonight, Minutemen on top, 20-13. We're at the Beach Bowl, and it's everything we thought it would be.
Yeah, it's an exciting game tonight. We have a lot of Cocoa Beach students here tonight.
Yeah, and it's good to see that. You know, I mean, we do see the parents, we see the alumni like us. You know, because even before I was a county AD, every Friday night I went to a game, whether it was Cocoa or Rockledge when my son was playing. Yeah. It's nice to see the youth come out and listen. I don't know, I didn't play football, but I'm thinking, if I'm a player out there, I like seeing my buddies in the stands watching.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. If you win on Monday, you come up and
high five you in the hallway, and you know. You know, I have to say, when I played tennis a couple years at Cocoa, didn't really fill the stands, but my dad didn't miss a match, and that's all that I cared about.
That's all that matters.
All right, 8:17 left. Cocoa Beach takes the lead for the first time tonight, thanks to a 2.5 yard run by Stanley. Getting ready to kick off. Don't sell these Scorpions short. They can score in a heartbeat. Looking to tie. I could be wrong, but it seems like as the game goes on and Cocoa Beach scores, that kicker's kicking it farther. Confidence level, feeling better about his play.
Yeah, he's got a good foot.
Man, that's like the 3rd or 4th time he's kicked it out of the end zone. He needs to go on the Pat McAfee $250,000 college game day pledge, you know.
I'd try it. I'd probably only kick about 8 yards, but I would try.
Listen,
that kind of money.
First 2 game days, 2 kids have nailed it and walked away with 6 figures. And you know what I read? Kirk Herbstreit, that is Pat McAfee's money.
Is it?
It is. It is his money that he's putting out there. So, all right. 1st and 10 to go for Satellite. Looking to get back in the game. Little misdirection going around the right side. Looks like he's got the first down. I don't see any flags. Cutting back. That's about a 22-yard pickup. And just like that, Scorpions are heading north, moving the ball. First down, Satellite.
Hey, I knew that play was coming.
You just didn't know when. Man, that was a nice little run. I'm thinking somebody didn't stay in their spot, Coach, because he made that turn. And once he made the turn, you're right. He had 12, 15 yards after that.
88 out the gate.
Man. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at their own 42. 7:50 left to go in the game. Satellite looking to tie. Here we are coming around our side to the left. Pickup of about 7, maybe 8. 2nd and 2. I tell you what, Coach. I think they're moving the ball better than they did the 3rd quarter. I don't know if Coach Burke lit a little match over there and a little sense of urgency.
Probably had a little discussion.
I like that discussion.
You guys are undefeated. And
Yeah.
not looking very good.
You got the best record in the county, 4-0. Only Space Coast is behind you at 3-0. All right, 7:10 left to go in the game. 3rd and a long one. Satellite on the move, back to pass. It falls incomplete. 3rd down. Big play coming up here, Coach. I don't know if we're in 4th down territory yet, but I'm thinking this is a big play.
It's a big turning point.
3rd down, Beach. Where are you?
7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter.
There's Brennan back to pass. What are you calling, Coach? 3rd and you got to get a 1st down. You going to Mr. Waite?
I'm on Schoolhouse Ride and look.
Okay, all right, I like that.
do
School's
Schoolhouse Ride.
still in session. Let's do it. Let's
go.
see. Oh, a little up there. I like that. Yep, back to
Off
Mr.
tackle.
Waite. I think he got it. So, okay, running back, fullback, tailback. I played way back. What are you? Guy in the front's the tailback, running back in the.
They're running the wing tee, the old
Okay,
wing tee.
the 2 in the front and the 1 in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't seen this offense in a while.
Is that Newt Rockney's? Was he the
way
wing
back.
tee
Yeah,
guy?
way back.
All right, picked up a 1st down. Who else you going to give it to but Mr. Waite? He's got to have at least 100 yards tonight. 1st and 10, 6:30 left in the game. Ball sits at their own 35. Satellite looking to score, looking to tie. Little misdirection, comes back around the left, turns back up the middle. And that young man, he can run with that ball.
Sure can. That's very deceptive.
That's number 1, Alex Vitalis. I mean, he's tall, he's thin, he's quick, he moves, he spins. That was all him, that play.
Yeah.
No offense to the offensive line. There was some blocking, but I think he had a Minuteman on him the whole time he went. So.
I think he did. You got to stop that wing tee. You got to stay home. Your defensive line can't go upfield. You got to stay home and play good defensive line technique.
And that's got to be hard at this age because let's say you stayed home and you missed the guy. I'm guessing, Coach, you did what you're supposed to do, but you're probably feeling like, man, if I could have moved, I might. But that's got to be hard to get that discipline into these men this young.
I mean, you just drill it into them during the week. I mean, there's certain technique that you have to do. If your man, as a defensive lineman, you're going to react to what your man does.
Right.
But if you get double teamed as a defensive lineman, you are going to.
I'm just looking here, and I'm sorry, that was my job. I never changed the quarter. Luckily, I've said it 27 times, but we know our shortcomings. All right, here we go. Satellite on the move.
Looks like he lost about a yard.
Yeah, that was
Loss of 1.
6 minutes left.
2nd down and 11.
Not sure what I know Satellite's used at least 1 timeout.
5 minutes and 53 seconds left.
We might be getting into 4th down. If this clock keeps running, this could be 4th down territory for Satellite. Loss of 1, just like Coach said, 2nd and 11. Ball sits at the Minutemen 36. A little pitch out to Waite, turning the right corner. And he's still on his feet, still running, still going. He breaks all the tackles. Oh my gosh, he's down to the 2-yard line, but there's a flag on the play. Flag or not, that young man has run his tail off tonight.
Yes. It's like holding.
If that goes against Satellite, that's at least 40, 50 yards off the board. That's a tough one.
That's a big break for
That's,
Cocoa Beach.
yeah.
Although, you can't hold.
Yeah, no.
Can't hold. So, good call on the referee's part, I suppose.
Yeah, and I can't tell from, we're 60, 70 yards away from the play. I almost sensed when I saw the flag go, that hold might not have had anything to do with the play. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where it was away from the ball. It didn't make a difference, but you're right. Doesn't matter. You can't hold, just because the ball's past you don't mean you can hold them. Right. Yeah, that's the way I think it happened, but I
How
don't
many
know
times
for sure.
have you seen that in a ball game?
Yeah, that it just doesn't matter.
back.
Or you see a guy, defensive back, holding the wide receiver on the other side of the field. But that's all right. We still got plenty of time. We got 5:09 left in the game. Oh, tripped over his own man. That was second down.
Stopped it on line of scrimmage.
Tough play there. Looks like he's going to stay down. They're going to call a timeout, maybe a cramp.
Injured player.
I don't think hopefully he's hurt too. It looks like, they're holding the leg up.
Looks like a cramp.
Yeah. You know what? The only time
Timeout.
as a parent, and you correct me if I'm wrong, that I hope my kid has a cramp is when he's laying down on the field.
Yeah.
When I see Ethan, who used to play for Rockledge, on the field, and I can't remember too many times he was on the ground, I'm praying it was either the wind knocked out of him or he had a cramp.
It's a cramp.
Gator Beach has a
Well, I catch cramps. Even at my age, I'll catch a cramp like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, my
3 o'clock
gosh,
in the
yeah,
morning. I'm sitting
yeah.
there screaming. My wife wakes up and she starts laughing at me. I go, it's not funny.
Yeah, but that's when you do some of your best social media posts is at 2:30 in the morning, because I'm up too and I'm seeing you post.
Yeah, well, neither one of us sleep.
You know why? Because I hear you from my house.
Yeah.
When you scream, or maybe it's your wife I hear laughing. I'm not sure which it is.
But I catch cramps all the time. I guess
You know
it's
what,
playing
though?
that summer golf and not drinking enough water.
That's the key, Coach. And I listen. If you're listening, you got to drink that water. I do not drink enough. I tell you, sometimes I get a little bit loopy. It messes up your mind when you get dehydrated. All right, we're getting down to 4:45 left in the game. Big play here, 3rd and 7. I got to think we're in 4th down territory. Grinning back to pass, gets the ball away. Intercepted, but there's a flag down. But that's all right. Let's see how this plays out. This is Stanley. He had 2 interceptions last week. He is the only Minuteman on the squad to have an interception, but let's see what that flag is. Is that 3rd interception going to stay, or is it being called back? Let's see. What are we doing? It is pass interference against the minute. Well, Coach, I guess we're tied right now. We've had 2 big penalties go against both sides. But man, that Stanley number 22, how exciting is that young man? I mean, he's the only one that's had an interception. He caught 2 last week. This would have been his 3rd, but again, we've seen big penalties cost big plays. Interception for Cocoa Beach, 49-yard run for Waite.
It's pretty much going both ways.
Yeah, I say we're erasing the whiteboard, and it looks like it's a 1st down. Clock stopped at 4:30, plenty of time. Satellite trying to tie it up. 1st and 10 from the Minutemen 17. What's the play call? Misdirection. Oh no, is he being even touched? He's all the way down to the 3-yard line. That is Batalis. Boy, he's racking up the yards. Let me tell you, between him and Waite in the backfield for Satellite, they got 2 running backs that aren't just good, they're really good.
They've done a good job with that wing tee, I tell you what.
Man.
It's hard to stop.
You know what? I think Cocoa Beach did that back when James Rowe's son played. They had the 3 and you just didn't know. Yeah, you didn't know who had the ball.
Everybody did it back in the day.
Jeez.
So it's a very deceptive offense.
Goal to go, 1st at the 4-yard line. Hand off to Waite, bounces to the outside, touchdown, Satellite. And just like that, at 4:16 left to go in the game, they are within 1, 20-19. Satellite trying to tie it. Coach, the only way this could get better is if we go into overtime.
Yeah, I mean, it's what a game. Now, this is a huge extra point.
Sure
right
is. Cocoa Beach has already blocked one tonight. This is for the tie. Kicker number 30, Preston Kennedy. Can he do it? Let's watch and see. It's up, and it's good. And at the 4:16 mark, thanks to a 4-yard touchdown by Logan Waite and the extra point by Preston Kennedy. The Beach Bowl, the first time in 5 years. Why not? We're tied up, 20 all.
Well, we're getting our money's worth.
Yeah, we are.
I'll tell
Yeah,
you what,
we are. Jeez, man.
I'm just glad I took my medication before I got here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, let me see. I'm trying to think. I got my Fitbit watch on. See what my heart pressure is. Let's see what my heartbeat. Holy mackerel! Listen, I think just sitting here, I've walked 2 miles, bouncing back and forth and up and down and swinging my arms and holy mackerel.
This is definitely going to be a memorable game by these young men.
Yeah, and this is, again, I'm so grateful that both coaches got together. It's the only in-county game that Satellite's going to play tonight. And as a fan, I'm grateful that they picked their rival a couple miles up the road for the first time in 5 years, Cocoa Beach. And you're right, Coach. I'm going to say 600-700 people here tonight.
Oh, at least.
Nobody's getting cheated.
And I'm sure if it hadn't rained, there would be a lot more people here. This would probably be packed. It's usually packed for this game.
All right, we've got kicker Preston Kennedy, who just got finished tying it up. I don't care what you say. That's a pressure-packed point after. And he's kicking it off. Little squibbler up the middle. That ball is live. You got to pick it up. And he does. That's number 3. Stanley coming around the outside. Slips on the turf. Flag. Let's see what that was. A little bit after the play. I mean, you're thinking holding, but not sure what else he could do.
Holding.
Yes, it was. Yikes. I think we've probably seen that call made more tonight than most other games we've done. There's been a lot of holding out there.
A lot of holding tonight. That's a tough break for the Minutemen here, Bill.
All right, they got the ball, 4:10 left, still plenty of time on the clock. Tied 20-20, front of the hometown crowd. 5 years ago, Satellite won pretty big. They're looking to, I'm guessing, I don't see it, Coach. I'm guessing there's a surfboard out there somewhere.
I haven't seen it tonight. I've been looking for it.
Okay. Is TJ's car parked out? Let me see if Coach Gowdy's got it in his.
They usually have it around.
All right, 1st and 10. Ball sits at about the 13-yard line. Veen back, holds the ball, goes around left side. Oh, there's another flag.
Maybe a face mask.
Well, you wonder, could be that, hands to the face. I mean, we always think it's holding, but let's see. Nice sportsmanship there.
Face mask.
All right, how about that? Wow. Man. This is
Gonna be a big penalty.
Yeah.
No, maybe
Wait.
not.
Oh, maybe just hands to the face, or they have 2 levels of face masks, right? Like if you wipe across it or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right, so that makes it, should make it, well, I guess they
2020 in the 4th quarter with 4:03 left.
Man.
First down.
1st and 3, maybe air it out. Yep, sure enough. Pass complete. Is that Mr. Ford over there, if I see his number?
Cocoa Beach loves that play.
No, that's number 7. That is Robinson.
That's a timing play. It's just so quick. The quarterback has quick hands, gets the ball out there.
Right. And if you're playing off the ball, all right, 1st and 10, back over this way. The ball's complete, but the receiver, number 1, Gunner Doc on the ground, stops the play. So that's a loss of about 3. Right idea, just didn't get the ball where he needed to get it. Second down and long 12. Ball sits at the Minutemen 25. 3:20 left in the game. Tied up at 20. Cocoa Beach looking to put some points on the board. Back to pass is Veen. Looks both sides. Which right, goes left. Tucking it in. Turning the corner. Making a move. Picks up about 8 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and 4. Maybe 3rd and a long.
Number 22.
Gain of about 6 on the play.
That's Don Klein. He's all over the field
You
tonight.
said his name a lot tonight. Yeah.
He can hit too.
When you can hear it up here with the crowd, All right, 2:40 left. Big third down play, long 5. Minutemen moving the ball, looking to keep the offense on the field. The pass is behind number 7, Robinson. What are you doing, Coach? 4th down.
Got to punt it.
Yeah, I think so.
Got to punt and play defense.
Satellite moved. They moved that ball really good last time. I don't think you want to take a chance of giving it to them at their 30, at your own 33.
You got to punt. You got 2 minutes.
Pulled him off. All right,
33
let's see.
seconds.
Coach Kimmy came to win tonight, just like Coach Burke did. He's going to go for it, or at least see if they can call them off sides. 4th and 5, ball at their own 32, 2:33 left. Is it going to be a cadence call, or are they running a play? Let's see. Timeout. All right, that would have been tough, you know. That would have been a tough, but listen, they did it one time already.
Yeah.
So I don't blame you for doing that. And I'm sure Coach Burke said, unless that ball flies with wings, don't move. So I think that's a good call. Little, you know, now we've got number 99, junior Frank Vinzara. Probably one of the biggest kicks he's had this season.
Yeah, only thing Coach Kimmy used one of his timeouts there. I would have punted the ball and tried to play some defense and kept my timeout.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because
A little more
listen,
conservative.
chances are you might get the ball back. You know, depending on if
Fumble.
yeah, right.
Interception.
Couple incompletions stops the clock. So you're right, Coach. That's a good point. All right, 2:33 left in the game. 20 all. First Beach Bowl in 5 years, and it's everything we wanted it to be. Young Mr. number 99 Vinzara stands back at his own 24. Coach, he is standing back a little farther than he was at the beginning of the game.
Looks better.
And let's see what happens. He's going to need a roll on this. Looks like it's going to flip backwards, and it does. Maybe about 35 yards. Cocoa Beach not in bad position. They're going to start at their 46 with 2:24 left. Coach, you got enough time left to still keep the ball on the ground with the running game that Satellite has?
Plenty of time. He's still got probably a couple timeouts left. Coach Burke, I think he's going to keep it on the ground. They're making, with the schoolhouse right or left play we've been calling tonight.
Right.
I'm sure it's not called that from their huddle, but they've made good yardage out of that.
Listen, you can call it what you want to. Charter school, middle school, school left. But when you've got 2 running backs like 0 Logan Waite and number 1 Alex Batalis, if I'm pronouncing his name right, you know, 2 different styles of running, 2 different athletic builds, both very competitive, and both running backs know how to get yards under their belt. All right, let's see what happens. 2:24 left, 1st and 10, ball sitting good at their 46. Hand off to Waite, going around the right side, turning the corner like he always does. My goodness, a pickup of 21 yards. Coach, you've been a DC. What do you do to stop that, or what are you telling your players that they might not be doing?
Like I said, they got to stay home on the defensive line. They got the cornerback defense has got to turn that play up. You can't let it get to the outside.
Yeah.
You can't let him get to the outside. That's what happens.
Man, that's
When you turn him in, the linebackers are able to scrape and make the tackle. He gets to the outside, he's got room. It's hard to stop against this particular offense.
And I tell you what I always am amazed at, but it works. I don't know if it's because they always run right, but they're on the short side of the field.
They are.
And it's still being successful. I'm like, hey man, you got a lot of yards over here, but that's where it's working.
Well, he's probably got his best blockers.
I was going to say, right.
On the strong side.
What are we doing? Little discussion between Coach Kimmy and...
Coach Kimmy's working the umpire.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Referees.
All right, 1st and 10 for Satellite, 2:12 left. They're trying to pull this game out before it possibly goes into overtime. Hand off to Waite, going back around the right. This time they're ready, Coach. They must have watched the Coach Cook podcast because there was no gain on that one.
For sure, they stayed home and did a good job there.
Tackle by number 40.
Give him about a half a yard. Nice play by the Cocoa Beach defense. Again, you've got two really good running backs for Satellite, Logan Waite and Alex Batalis. 2nd and 9, 1:40 left in the game. Satellite trying to end a little misdirection. Coming back around to Alex, coming to the left side. Nice open field tackle. Easy. Number 7, we've called his name plenty of times. That's Robinson. He plays both ways, wide receiver, defensive back. Timeout on the field. Coach, that play right there, that tackle saved at least 5 or 10 yards.
A great tackle there,
Man.
You said it yourself, Bill. They've been running to the short side and finally came to the wide side here and didn't pick up much. 1 minute and 29 seconds remaining.
Jeez.
See what they dial up here. Maybe a trick play or something.
You know what? It's like they say on game day, we might be headed towards some free football, bonus football, because that was a great play. All right, 3rd and a long 7, just like Coach said, 1:29 left in the game. Satellite looking to at least get close enough for a field goal and maybe hope this game does not go into overtime. Of course, Coach, anything can happen. There's still enough time possibly that Cocoa Beach could get the ball back.
Possibility. Big stop here.
Big play. Mr. Wells on the PA system is getting the crowd. The umbrellas are down. I'm thinking the moon is out. Nice little breeze. You can hear them in the background. We'll let you watch from here. Back to pass. Looking overthrows. And again, it stops the clock too, Coach. Now it's a 4th down. We talked about it. Still plenty of time for the Minutemen to possibly get the ball back, but let's see what Coach Burke does. What do you do, Coach?
I'm really surprised they threw the ball that time.
You think?
I'd run
Mr. Waite? Yeah.
Waite.
All right, so you going for it, or are you gonna? Yeah, you're right there. What, 28? Yeah, you're right. You gotta go
for it.
Yep. And to your point, if you ran it the last play, I'm thinking you got 2 plays to run it, and you got 2 really good running backs. All right, big play in the game. 1:23 left. 4th and 6. Back to pass. He's open. Oh my gosh, and that pass is complete. And just like that, forget about the first down. Pass is complete to Noah Corval. Satellite says we want 6. They go up by 6 with 1:17 left in the game. Nice play, perfect timing. Got him in stride. Nice play call by Satellite.
Kennedy on to a 2-point out.
Ran into Corval. Big extra point here.
Still got 1 minute and 17 seconds left. Not so fast.
Yeah, I know. And it hits a crossbar, and it's no good. We always said, Coach, PAT isn't a guarantee. And with the missed extra point, 1:17 left, thanks to a 29-yard touchdown pass completion from Green into Corview. Penalty against Satellite decline, and at 1:17, a little light at the end of the tunnel. Satellite leads 26-20. Well, okay, let's see. Now he's calling them back. All right, so here's my guess. I'm guessing if it's illegal procedure, it happens before the play, and so you can't turn the penalty down. Maybe is that what I'm thinking?
They get a second chance here at it.
Yeah, I mean I'm guessing because illegal procedure, I'm thinking the play should be called dead if that happens. But somehow they're getting the ball back. Of course, now Mr. Kennedy has a 25-yard point after. Big play here. And it's good. Wow. You know, and I'm sure that's the rule, but it's tough when a penalty against you doesn't really hurt you. I don't know if that makes sense, but I guess it's illegal procedure, and the play should be called dead, and
Illegal
so
procedure, 5 yard back.
and you play them down again, right? So, all right, just like that. Thanks for that point after by Mr. Kennedy. He got a second chance. He took advantage of it. 1:17 left. The undefeated 4-0 Satellite High School Scorpions take the lead back. But again, as we've seen, Coach, we got a lot of time left with 1:17. We got a big offense left. Anything can happen. We got
Yeah, it's not over
77
yet.
seconds. It is not. And we're lucky to be here to watch.
See, Jack, Kennedy.
All right, lining it up. Kennedy at his own 35. $27-20. First Beach Bowl in 5 years. Kick is up. Got a little squibbler going. Oh, nice little bounce. Picks it up. Hold on to that ball. That's number 10 on the carry. Cooper DeLuca. That's another good football name, Cooper DeLuca. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he needs to get his NIL package going with the.
That's a football name.
It sure is.
27 to
All right,
20
is
with
that a
1
flag? We
minute.
got another flag
11
on the
seconds.
play. This could be big. Where is this going to go? Against who? Unsportsmanlike. Still haven't seen which. Oh, against Cocoa Beach. That's tough.
I think first foul
Yeah.
against the minimum, I'm not sure.
Not a good time, Coach, for a penalty.
No, that can break your back right there. Good field position. And send you back 15 yards.
It did only take 6 yards off the clock. We got 1:11 left in the game. Again, thanks to a 29-yard pass play from Grennan to Corval on a 4th down play. Satellite leads 27-20. All right, 1st and 10 to go. Cocoa Beach at their own 18. Let's see what Coach Kimmy has dialed up. Back to pass. Oh, over the middle. There he is, Mr. Ford. Let me tell you. That's another great pickup. 15 yards, moving the chains. 1st and 10 at their own 34. 1:05 left in the game. Bean back to pass again. Open over the middle, overthrew him. Nice play calling though, Coach. It's not a flag. Is that a flag out there?
I think it was.
Is that a flag? Huh?
Yeah.
That is one right there. Okay, that is a flag. All right.
Pass interference.
I'm thinking if it's back there, I'm thinking they gotta go. Let's see what the white hat calls it. Oh wow, unsportsmanlike up against Cocoa against Satellite. Man, they got that 15 yards back, Coach.
Wow.
That's tough. Wow. He's gonna march off 15 yards up this 5.
Legal substitution, correct. Legal substitution.
All right. Okay. All right. That's not what he. All right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did he give the signal of unsportsmanlike?
I thought so. but
I thought so
think it
too.
was Illegal substitution, I think.
Okay. All right. I guess my question would be, okay, why did? All right. Let's see what he's got here. They just want to make sure they get it right, which again, we're appreciative of the MCOA. He gave the signal of personal foul, but let's see. 59 seconds left to go, and it looks like he is moving it. Sure enough. Wow. I tell you what, though, Coach, they took the time to figure it out, to get it right.
Yeah, I believe they
and
got
I'm
it
glad
right.
to see that. Yeah. Yeah, you don't usually see that. I guess you call him the
That'd be a
back
personal
judge.
foul. That'd be
Yeah,
a personal
he's not
foul.
going to throw an illegal substitution flag back there. All right. Oh, wait. I don't think they were ready yet. Yeah. I know Cocoa Beach
They haven't even moved the change yet.
should go back to 59 seconds. I'm thinking.
Ball is placed to midfield.
To 2
Well,
seconds
there it is,
off.
Another Minuteman first down.
I'm thinking it should be 59 seconds. I don't think any time should be off the clock, but it's 57. Hopefully that 2 seconds won't matter. All right, 1st and 10. Ball right at the 50. We got 50 seconds left. Minutemen trying to get this game into overtime.
What are we doing, Rock?
Looking at the clock. Yeah, 59. Good. They caught that. Good job by the officiating staff. Put the 2 seconds back on. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 50. 59 seconds left. Cocoa Beach trying to put some points on the board and get this into overtime. Bean back to pass over the middle. Pass. Oh!
Baines pass is incomplete. Second
Incomplete. Intended for Stanley. I like the play calling though, Coach.
That hit him in the hands, didn't it?
That was a tough one. That was a tough one. It's all right. I'm sure nobody feels any worse than that young man.
Absolutely.
Nice pass by Bean. He's got a nice, both these quarterbacks got a nice ball. I mean, they just got a nice spin
spiral,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Nice
Jeez.
spiral.
All right, that did stop the clock. 54 seconds, 2nd and 10. Ball at the 50. Bean back to pass. Pass complete this time to number 1. Spin it back and forth. Stays in bounds. Gunner Doc. Let's see. Clock still. Gotta go. What do we got? What do we got?
Timeout.
Timeout. All right. I'm not sure how many they got left. Didn't move the marker. I'm thinking he picked up. What did he pick up? Maybe 5 or 6. Haven't moved the yard marker yet. Mr. Wells, you know how many timeouts either team has? I don't either. Maybe 1 each. All right, they
Coach
did move
Kimmy
the
was a
down
little
marker.
upset they didn't get out of bounds.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
So he had to
Yeah.
you had to burn one of
Yeah,
his timeouts.
yeah, I agree. All right, nice pickup though. 3rd and 2, 39 seconds left. Ball at the satellite 43. Cocoa Beach down by 7. First Beach Bowl in 5 years. Trying to tie it up, give us some free football, move us into overtime. Here comes the play call. Let's see what it is. Last thing you want is a 5-yard too much time penalty. Okay. Or giving them time to come in. All right, that's good. All right. Anxious crowd on both sides. Bean back to pass. Oh, he's always up in the air to Ford. Ford catches the ball. Oh, he fumbles it, but that's all right. I think he got the catch. He fumbled it out. Yeah, he did. Pass complete. Oh my goodness, are we seeing some great football tonight?
Unbelievable.
Pass complete. Who else? Number 0, Caden Ford made the catch. Fumble it out of bounds. Cocoa Beach keeps the ball. Looks like they're marking it at about the 6-yard line. 30 seconds left.
Which one of these is
16? 11. 11-yard line. I got to go back to Costco, get my glasses readjusted. I think the bifocal line's in the wrong place.
I thought you bought those at Goodwill.
I started my career as a spotter for WPCB radio.
Oh, cool.
I broadcast games for Lakeland High School.
Oh wow, cool.
I
Very
grew up in the Lakeland.
Oh, very cool.
I would spot for 'em for football games.
Wow.
PCB was doing game of the week.
Oh,
you know,
very
they
cool.
were doing it.
Very cool.
He did basketball.
Wow.
He did basketball for Lakeland when they were like ranked in the nation.
Wow. Jeez.
Is
Oh,
it
I bet.
Lakeland Kathleen?
No, Lakeland.
Lakeland Kathleen was good.
Lakeland.
No, the regular Lakeland. Yeah.
But not Kathleen.
Right.
Not
Kathleen,
Red
you-
Tech, not Shipwreck Tech.
They're not the Gators, are they? Are they the Gators? They have the colors though. Lakeland. I forgot their. Remember one year? I think they had 9 players though, which
Gator Dots. That's 7.
7, yeah. All right, crowd is up on their feet. 30 seconds left. What a pass play. We've got some excitement. What else are we going to expect from the beach ball? First and 10 from the 11. 30 seconds left. Beautiful pass play by Veen to Ford to get the ball down where it is. Waiting for the officials to start the play clock. Not sure what they're looking at.
Still have the injured player over there.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I gotcha. Oh, gotcha. Just kind of getting him out of the way. Gotcha. All right. Hope that young man, that is number 1, Alex Vitalis. Boy, he's big on their team. Just kind of shaking off the cramp. Luckily, nothing else more than that. He's a great player on both sides of the ball for the Scorpions. 30 seconds. Down by 7. Coach, I know it's getting past our hot milk and cookie time, but 10:30, I'd like to see some free football.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see some overtime. You know?
What a great game.
Been here since 7.
I forget that. All right, here we go. First and 10 from the 11. Bean back to pass. Over the middle. There's a flag. Yep. Saw that coming, Coach. Looked like he had him by the shoulders.
Pass interference.
Yep, half the distance of the goal. Sits up just outside the 5. First and goal to go.
Should give him a first.
Yep, should be a first down. 27 seconds left.
I wonder how many timeouts.
You know what? Maybe 1, if any. All right, 27 seconds left. 27 points on the side for Satellite. 20 on the Cocoa Beach side. Minutemen looking to change it. First from the 5. Oh, through the hands of number 3, Stanley. Stops the clock. 23 seconds. 2nd and 5. Goal to go.
Is that Bill Stanley's family?
You know what I thought about? No, I don't think so. No.
I know he's a police officer.
He is Cape Canaveral. Yeah, he's a great individual. One of the tallest law enforcement people in the state of Florida, I think. I think I said something about that on social media, and he came back and said there was one other guy somewhere else somewhere. So they must have a tall society, and they know where each other is. But all right, Coach, the ball's in your hands. What are you doing with it?
Well, where are we at?
We're at the, well, so here's the thing. I guess it's not goal to go because the markers are up, so I guess they could still make a first down. So it's 2nd and 5 at the 6. Does that seem right? Okay. So,
Okay. The gain is at the 1.
okay. So they could still make a first. I'm sure Coach Kimmy isn't thinking about that. But it's 2nd and 5 from the 6. 6 yards to go for a touchdown. 23 seconds left.
In the middle of the field.
Middle of the field. You know what? If I actually thought Cocoa Beach had a timeout, I'd let Dean run it, to be honest with you. I really would. I'd let him take off around the right side, let those wide receivers block. Gonna pass over to the left, and let's see. Uh-oh, clock's gonna keep running. They gotta get up there. It's gonna be 4th down. What do they call? They stop him. Oh, timeout. Wow, Kimmy had a timeout. Good job. 13 seconds left. 3rd down. Man. Why don't we just use every second of this game and just
We only have 13 seconds left.
Oh my goodness.
This is a barn burner.
13 seconds left. Again, Satellite best record in the county at 4-0. One of only 2 teams that's undefeated. Cocoa Beach comes in at 1-2. We were fortunate enough to broadcast the win over Freedom. We've had the opportunity to see both teams win. We've seen both teams play. Both crowds are getting on their feet. Satellite, like you said, Coach, even with all the rain, brought a good crowd. We've got 3rd and 2 for a first down, 3rd and 3 for a touchdown. 27-20 Satellite. Here we go. Back in the, we dropped it. 4th down.
Another crowd.
I got to tell you, Coach, I have seen this several times. Satellite kid has a cramp, and the Cocoa Beach kid was helping him with his leg up. That's
Think about it, Bill.
I've seen that a lot.
Satellite is helping Cocoa Beach here with their cramps.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Giving Cocoa Beach.
Yeah, stopping the. Yeah, well.
Giving Cocoa Beach
yeah.
a time to regroup.
Oh man.
Unless who called timeout? Or it's a cramp.
Yeah.
So these kids
right. Yeah.
gives Cocoa Beach a chance to regroup here and talk about the next play. So
Man. All right.
4th down.
9 seconds left. 4th and 2 for a first.
I got to go to number 7.
4th and 3. Or 0, Mr. Ford.
Well, Ford or Robinson.
Right. Yeah. I say you got
Robinson's tall.
you got a lot to go. What's who is it? Number 12 too. Yeah. Yeah. You got Robinson. Yeah. You got Stanley. You know. Listen, C-Jack out of the backfield. Folks, it don't get any better than this. This is what a rivalry is supposed to be. Beach Bowl, first one in 5 years. Undefeated Satellite, looking to stay that way. Cocoa Beach got beat pretty handily 5 years ago. That isn't happening tonight. Here we go. 4th down. It's going to be either a first down for one of those teams or a touchdown. Which one will it be? Vean back at quarterback. Here comes the play. And the pass is... Oh! What a play by number 21, Caleb Jones, knocking the ball out of his hands. And just like we said, Coach, somebody was either getting a first down or Cocoa Beach was getting a touchdown. Great defensive play with 5 seconds left. Cocoa Beach is one knee away from taking a 27-20 victory. That ball was in his hands, Coach, but number 21 for Satellite,
Good defense.
Caleb Jones, great defensive play. Wow, what a game. Again, I love the play calling.
What a ball game, yeah.
Holy mackerel.
What a great ball game.
Satellite's going to take a knee. What a great game. They win the Beach Bowl 27-20. A lot closer than it was 5 years ago. So glad that they played each other. We're starting to see that at the college level. I saw the other day Florida's gotten rid of a couple games coming up. Arizona State, a couple because they're having to add a SEC game, and sometimes that happens too here. And at the final whistle, that was the Beach Bowl 2025 edition. What a great goal line stance play by Satellite. Fantastic ball movement by Cocoa Beach. But at the end of the night, at 10:30 plus, Satellite takes the Beach Bowl, keeps the surfboard, I'm assuming that's somewhere, and they move to 5-0.
I see it.
There it is. Yeah, you're right, Coach. That might be, I don't know if that's TJ out there handing it out, but they moved to 5-0, best record on the Space Coast. Speaking of Space Coast, they're 3-0. They played Astronaut, so we're not sure if there's 2 teams left undefeated or one.
Space Coast got beat.
Did Astronaut? Astronaut's pretty stout, so let me look at what I've got going on here in my notes. We flip this around. We don't want to keep people up past their bedtime.
Yeah, definitely. Or ours.
Or ours, yeah. My alarm clock's gone off a couple times. Coach, we've maybe 3 years, Press Box Overtime's been doing football.
3 years.
This might be the most exciting game we've ever seen, and
I
for a
think so.
rivalry game, makes it even more special. That was good job, my friend. All right, we'll see you around. All right.
I enjoy working with you.
All right, thank you too, man. We
We
appreciate it. Take care. All right, have a good weekend, brother. All righty. Mr. Vern Wells, great job doing the announcing and helped me answer a few questions, who was who. But yeah, great game, Coach. Rivalry game, 27-20. The score 5 years ago was 60 plus. Again, Satellite moves to 5-0. Cocoa Beach moves to 1-2. What are you telling your Scorpions right now?
Well, I can't be angry with them. I would say you played your hearts out. Played
Yeah, is this
Hartselle.
Cocoa Beach?
Oh, you said Scorpions.
Yeah, Scorpions.
I would tell the Scorpions, you played a decent ball game. You made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Holding penalties.
Right.
We've got to eliminate those if
Yeah.
we want to continue.
Yeah, a lot of holding.
Yeah, if we want to continue this undefeated season,
Right.
we've got to eliminate those things, eliminate mistakes. Now, for Cocoa Beach, I would tell them that you got nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
You came out here, you played the hearts out. We got down to the final wire there.
I know.
We had a chance,
Yeah.
and we didn't capitalize on it. But you have nothing to be ashamed of.
Right.
You know, be ready to come back on Monday and
Right.
let's work hard and try to
Right.
eliminate some of the mistakes that we made.
You know what? I tell you what I like. You know, I like that the game did not end on a mistake. That number 21, I believe, Caleb Jones for Satellite, he stripped that ball out of the hands of the receiver versus, say, a receiver dropping it. So if it's going to end, I'm glad that it ended on a defensive play
Right.
versus a young man making a mistake. And yeah, just a great game. Satellite 5-0. Cocoa Beach moves to 1-2. As a reminder, Satellite is in the SSAA. All the teams in the SSAA go to the playoffs. So instead of the last game of the season for the FHSA teams, that's when the playoffs start. Satellite's looking good at 5-0. Let me look at here what they got coming up. Their next game is next week at St. Andrews. St. Andrews, at least tonight, was 2-2. They're down in Vero Beach. They actually beat Bayside 20-12 a few weeks ago, so that'll be a good litmus test, because Bayside is also in the SSAA. And then they're back at home in 2 weeks against Space Coast. Again, another SSAA. That should be a good matchup. So they've got two good games coming up at St. Edwards, and then back home here. That's Cocoa Beach. My apologies. St. Edwards, Vero Beach. Next week or 2 weeks, they're here at home against Space Coast. As far as Satellite, they're at home next week against Atlantic out of Port Orange. So great game, rivalry game, down to the wire. Defensive play made the difference. Dr. Rendell was here tonight. I saw him out there on the field. It's nice to have the superintendent. Used to be an administrator here. Final thoughts, Coach, on what we witnessed tonight?
Well, like you said, Bill, it was just an exciting game, a great viewer game for for the spectators.
Right.
Very exciting. Both teams well coached,
Yes.
and it was just a great rivalry game. Like you said, this
Yeah.
is the way you want it to be played. By
Yeah.
both teams coming out and giving 110% and giving a good showing.
Yeah, it was, and again, as we mentioned, it's the only Brevard County team that Satellite's going to play. So I'm glad that the two coaches got together and did this. I want to give a shout out again. Halftime, had a great conversation with the quarterback from Cocoa Beach's grandmother, who watched us from Miami last year, up here in person this week, and that was pretty special. And
very sweet lady.
That's why we do what we do. The rain pushed us back an hour, but we got what we paid for. A great game, and we're just appreciative that Coach Kimmy allowed us to come back here tonight. That's Coach Doug Cook. I couldn't do it without him. He's my football guru. He answers all my questions. I'm Bill Maharis. We're Press Box Overtime. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Again, as a wrap-up, Satellite moves to 5-0 with a 27-20 victory over the Minutemen of Cocoa Beach. Good night. Have a great weekend. And remember, sports, it's a lot more